Alrighty. Hello everyone. Hello. Uh, Sorry for the delay. Had a bit of some stuff come up. Uh, and yes, I know everyone was muted. I was muting them for their personal, uh, so that they were prepared when stuff would come in. Because if they're saying some very, or racy jokes or anything, as a couple of the people do. So we have about two people missing, so it's gonna be we're waiting to see if one of the players will be able to come back. Uh, so, but for now, we'll one of the new players couldn't make it sadly, and one is here. So we're gonna be doing kind of like a session zero here on stream for them. so so yeah, I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope you guys will be ready to for this. So yeah. All right. So yeah. So I can hear them talking in my ears, so I'm kind of laughing a bit. All right. So all right. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I'll get them in here, and then we can start. So give me just a moment. All right. So let me swap audio here, and okay, there you go. You guys should be able to be heard now.
Ooh,
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Cool. They can hear you.
hi.
All,
Hello.
all right. So hello everyone. Here is our new player, known as Kala. That's what you can
Hello.
refer to them as. So she'll be joining us today. So Kala, how you
Yes,
doing?
please. I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, that's good.
How are you doing? How
I
is everyone else doing?
I'm doing okay. So Kala,
Yes.
uh, would you like to introduce your character to everyone who you'll be playing?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I will be playing White Mage. The name is Mavis. Um, yeah, she should be basically a healer because Tom mentioned you guys need a healer, but I'm pretty sure healers does not work here like how how I know healers mostly function, so it will be funny to find out.
Yeah, you don't recharge mana or get take a mana potion to get spell slots back.
You will be buffer.
Um, yeah.
She will learn the suffering.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about just a little info about Mavis that you want to share. And keep secret what you want to keep secret. Like
Um, well, what surprise? She's female.
What?
Oh
Yes,
no!
she's female. You can't
No,
believe it.
no
oh
way.
my
Yes,
god,
yes,
oh
No.
my god.
yes.
Holy shit.
Uh, she has blue eyes, more in the light color. She has long blonde hair. Uh, and yeah, I would say I would keep. She's a very small,
Smooth.
and I would say the rest we can find out while playing.
Ooh.
Okay,
I will fight you for smallness.
so
By the way, did we have a long rest?
not
Oh shit.
yes, you guys did.
Oh,
Alright.
oh my god, I'm healthy. Let's go.
Yeah. Yes, the party would have gotten a long rest uh, after the night of
Positive.
sleeping there. But for Mavis, so Mavis,
Yes.
um, just double checking some things here. So upon your receiving your inheritance that you did, you have set out into the world to figure out what it means. What purpose this inheritance you got from your family was. What it could do. What you felt like there was some higher purpose to it, that there had to be. It couldn't just be something simple. No. So you set out from your home and traveled across the lands from kingdom to kingdom, trying to find some clue or maybe hint or some type of divine sign of what you were meant to do with this gift you were given. As you traveled, you came upon the Fujitora Kingdom here in the north. The cold, snowy region, much different from where you grew up. The cold kind of biting at your nose and cheeks a bit. Even in the summertime, cold winds would blow in at night. As you were here, you came upon someone who had injured themselves. It was a farmer, as he was trying to fix his wagon. What he was using to prop it up gave out and it fell on him, injuring his leg badly. Upon hearing his cries of pain, you quickly rushed to the scene and helped the man free himself from the wagon. Seeing his badly broken leg, you proceeded to use your magic to cure it. But upon seeing this, you were expecting maybe some type of gratitude or thanks for what you had done for helping heal this injured farmer. Instead, you were met by looks of shock and worry as the people who were there began to kind of slowly back away from you. You weren't sure what this meant or why they were acting like this, but you didn't pay it much notice or give it much thought. You just continued on your way. As you continued, though, you were beset upon by two figures clad in pristine white armor, helms donned upon their head that looked like a visage of a dragon, one of the sacred seven. In the sockets where their eyes would be, you saw jewels late inlaid in them. Jewels that sparkled with almost an emerald green color. As you greeted them, not expecting hostility, they treated you, though, with such. They stopped you and questioned you, where you were from, who you were, and how did you learn to do magic, and for how long. Upon learning that you are not from these lands,
Oh.
they gave each other kind of a stoic, silent look for a moment before they would both nod, and they both tried to grab you, telling you that you were under arrest for the illegal practice of magic. Though, as they tried to grab you, you slipped free, your more slender frame giving you the space to slip out of their grasp quickly. And you ran. As you were being chased, what would you do?
Is that an actual question right now?
Yes, that is an
Yes,
actual
that
question.
is.
Yes.
Me being upon chase, what would I do?
Yes, what would Mavis do in this situation?
Are there any other people surrounding them or in the near of them?
No, you are pretty much traveling along the countryside right now. It's just you and them.
In the country. So hiding is not an option.
Uh,
Well, you can do it, but
cur-
it's not gonna.
you
It's not
can.
gonna go very well.
I'll put it this way: you can certainly try,
I can try, but I mostly would have.
but they are
Oh,
chasing you right now. So, how well you'd be able to do that is going to be
yes,
very
yeah, they are
difficult.
chasing me right now.
Like I said, you're in the open countryside right now. You're just traveling down one of the open roads. You can try running off into the wilderness if you want, past from from the worn road into the tall brush and grass of the wilderness, trying to get amongst the trees.
Amongst
So
Amongst.
since I'm completely new to D&D, maybe I should have mentioned that
Oh
beforehand
yes, yeah.
for the viewers. um, you guys said act one action. How long does that need?
if you're out of combat, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which
This
right
is
now you
non.
are out of
Yeah,
combat.
this is non-combat. This is more theater of the mind performance going on. So it's kind of like
RP.
yeah.
It's literally just
Yes,
RP.
it's just literally RP, but I'm giving you choices on what your character would do in this situation.
You could try to hide, you could try to cover yourself. You could,
You
You
for
can
example,
scream. You
try
can
to.
cry.
you can cast
Exactly.
spells.
You
You
can
could
have a
cast spells that could
meltdown.
possibly, create a diversion, for example, or maybe tremors or anything else.
It's up completely up to you, and then the dice and
Hmm.
the DM. There's actually a lot of things that's coming, but that doesn't matter. Just do the thing. Do the right thing, I believe.
I do the right thing, I believe. I will do the wrong thing.
It's
You
fine.
fucking. There is no right and wrong. There's only funny and not so funny.
Um, Okay, I'm pretty sure I will regret this later on, but she will stop and cast the spell guiding bolt to one of them.
Okay.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Okay. All right. So if you hover over the spell, you'll see
Yeah,
like the symbol next to it change to what looks like kind of like a dice or like some triangles. If you click that, it'll roll the spell for you. And it'll also ask if you want to consume or what spell level you want to cast it at. So you can select like first slot, second slot, third slot. Basically increases the damage.
triangle
It'll be
question mark.
it'll be just to the left of the words of the spell name. Just
What do you mean a triangle though?
uh well, because a 20 side dice kind of is triangles.
You could have just
Isn't
said roll the dice. What the fuck did you say? Fucking
Well, because she doesn't
triangle.
know.
Do you really think she doesn't know what a
did
dice
you
is?
mean this?
Let me see. I don't think it just rolled the damage. It didn't roll
No.
the attack spell. Let me
I'm
try. Let me
sorry.
try for you. See, that's what it should look
There you go.
like.
Ah, okay.
So yeah. You want to click this. You can probably see me on stream actually right now. But you want to click this area here,
Oh,
and,
wait a minute.
and when you click that, it'll bring this up.
You forget that on the stream it is delayed.
Oh, true. That's true. That's why I'm kind
Big
of hovering
true.
over it for a second. So yeah, you want to click from Foundry. You click this here, and then it'll bring up this, and then you select which level you're casting, and then you click cast spell.
You're probably doing it at the first level, I'm guessing.
That's what I did for her. I wasn't gonna use anything higher
Uh,
for her, but that is a good hit though. I mean, 21 will hit them. So as you kind of
Wait, can I just once try it out?
sure, yeah, go ahead.
Ah, okay, okay, I found it. Okay, I found it. Should I roll or do you want me to keep that what you made?
You can just to try it out. I can restore your spell slot for you that you
it's gonna
consumed.
be big funny, trust me.
Okay,
This is your learning
because I would.
experience for you. This is your session
Yeah,
zero.
this is it. Also, another learning experience. If a DM rolls a natural crit for you, maximum damage, you probably should keep it.
Well, I didn't roll
Just
max
because
damn. I didn't roll max. I mean,
it's
a two in
fucking
there.
close to it. Fucking look at that.
There's a two in there,
Well,
so. But
well,
yeah,
I wanted to second level.
okay.
Really? Okay,
Well,
Jesus.
then go ahead.
I will try my luck. I
Oh
know I
boy.
will regret it.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Actually, this is lore friendly because she wouldn't know what the magisters are or what they do.
Well,
Wait, now the window tells me what type of roll. Disadvantage, normal, advantage.
oh,
Normal
I'm so glad
for
I didn't.
now. If DM doesn't specify, you roll normal. If the DM
Yeah.
specifies you to roll a disadvantage or advantage, you just press one of those buttons.
Yep. He's pressed normal.
Okay.
Oh, you so. Oh, also you might want to change
Oh.
your drop box below to from like
Public rolls.
yeah to public roles.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I'll reveal this though to everyone. So all right,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, still
So
good, still good.
not great damage on the upper cast one, which kind of sucks. But okay. So you know what? I'll be generous and I will allow both rolls. So
Wait,
Way.
what?
I'll just say
Wait.
as you're going, as you're running, you quickly spin on your heel and you fire off your first bolt, blasting one of the matches are square in the head with the guiding bolt, causing their helmet to glow brightly with radiant energy as almost like a guiding light to any other attacks that would come towards them. And then you'll quickly launch off another one as you take a few steps. The other one blasting this other Magister square in the chest, causing their chest plate to glow brightly. Both of them kind of reel back from these impacts of your magic. this divine radiant hits, giving you a chance to gain some ground on them and get away. Though they quickly continue their pursuit against you, but you have put some distance between yourselves and them. As you continue running, heading in towards the wilderness more and more, you start getting hitting where there are more trees, and the amount of trees get thicker. You Though as they do get thicker, this causes difficulty in you running, trying to get through without getting caught on anything, snagged on branches, bushes, so forth, tripping on roots. So I will need you to roll me um, an acrobatics check, please.
What is she fucking backflipping through there? What the fuck?
Just kind of being nimble, jumping, weaving, just trying to move quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
the
Normal again, right?
yes,
Yep.
a 9. Okay,
Uh,
let me go ahead and roll a couple for these guys.
what armor class is that? Like the thing they're wearing? Is it light armor, medium armor?
They appear to be more medium armor. These ones are compared to the ones. Well, if you were there, they'd be more medium compared to the ones you were fighting.
Oh
So,
fuck, we were fighting against heavies. Oh shit,
mhm. All right. So,
heavy.
as you're kind of weaving through here, you are getting snagged a bit. You're not used to having to be nimble or dexterous to get through things. Um, though, as you kind of are running, you do hear one of the magisters letting out a loud cry, like a short scream, and then you hear a loud thud as they basically face plant themselves into the ground
Oh,
on a natural one.
what the?
Though the other
Oh,
one rolled a 13 and
Oh,
is beginning to make gain on you right now. He closes
he's
up.
getting gains.
He closes up that distance you put between him and yourself.
wait a moment, I'm making notes. Yeah,
Quick, do a skadoodle.
one close up. Okay. I'm still not in combat, right? So technically not in combat.
Yes. No, you're not in combat.
Let's see.
Um, if you would like a little bit of tips for you for this, because I'm looking through what spells you have prepared. Um,
God's sakes, yes. For God's sakes, she's new. Of course she wants
I
tips.
know. I don't want to have to baby her the entire way.
Just a
Wait, wait,
tip.
wait, 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 wait. Again, what?
So just do you want a bit of a DM tip for what
Just tiny.
I would do if I was in your situation?
No, 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 no. I need
Okay.
to get into the cold water.
Um,
Thank you very much, though.
I would
If it is needed, I will let you know.
yeah, I would just say take a look at your second level spells you have. That's all I'll say.
But of course, this is like kind of like a session zero-ish kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but am I not only allowed to cast spells that I prepared?
Yes,
Uh,
Actually,
you
no, because you can also cast spells that have ritual tag, but that
but it's gonna
takes
take
10
10
that
minutes.
takes
minutes.
10 minutes to do.
So you usually want to do prepared spells or cantrips you know. Cantrips are always prepared.
Okay.
Hmm.
Or you could just ignore the DM advice and do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's also an option. That's what I usually do.
All right.
Mhm.
What?
What?
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking at my second level spells right now, but I have only two prepared, so means I can't
Maybe
use
look a
them.
bit lower. Hmm. Utility is a great asset in this game.
um.
Do you mean Warding Wind?
What did I? That's the first time I'm hearing that spell. What the fuck? Hello?
Huh? Okay,
it's
I'm confused right now. What do you want
You
from
could
me?
possibly enhance your own abilities for dexterity or strength, which would improve your athletics, depending on what you want to go with.
If you have like
And
minor
Oh,
illusion, you can use that to like maybe create a distraction for the enemies,
she
make
does not have
sensory
that.
noises somewhere else.
Yeah, she
I'm
doesn't have.
guessing. I don't know what fucking
You can
spell
look
she
at the
has. But
stream if you want.
nah, that's cheating.
I will not look at the screen to cheat. No,
Oh no,
I
no, not
will
you.
not.
No, I was talking to Tom.
Nah, I'm also not looking. That's also cheating.
So
I have three options right now.
Do all three of them at once.
yeah, that can't be done.
Yeah, that was what I thought can't be done.
Or maybe it can. How do you know it can't be done? Hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Dilemma.
Maybe I can't use that ability because I don't have a fur or feather from a beast.
No, if you have a spell focus, you can
Yeah,
actually.
you have a uh your staff is your arcane focus. You have a basically a magical not magical staff, but basically that's how you channel your magic.
The only spells that you would need components right now are like spells that require something expensive, like gems and.
Yeah, anything that says that it's consumed upon use is the only thing you would
Yep.
need materials for. So like a diamond for revivify.
Hmm.
Oh, so
Everything else you can cast right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, okay. Then I try my luck at this. Uh, this-
Okay.
Dude,
Uh, enhance ability. All right. So uh what do you want to enhance? Do you want uh
um,
you can
cat's grace, please.
cat's grace? Okay.
Yes.
So it'll give you advantage on dexterity checks, such as acrobatics. All right,
Nice.
and you won't take damage when you're falling 20 feet or less. Okay. So I should really have some music for this right now.
Yes, very intense.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's not the right one.
Dun 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 dun
That's
dun
also.
dun 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 dun
You guys
dun.
have no sense of appropriate music, do you?
Not at all.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, yes, the Mario theme. Yes, this
All right.
fit perfectly.
Here we go. Wait, pancake is not playing. Oh no, pancake.
Pancake,
No. Oh, whoops! I forgot. Oh, I didn't realize I forgot. I forgot to hit. I forgot a letter.
pancake. The
There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Oh
Oops.
shit.
Oh, I moved him to whispers. Shit.
oh, fuck. Yeah. My dude, my broski, what are you doing?
There we go.
Brother in Christ.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay, so Mavis, as you cast enhance ability on yourself, you feel you're becoming more lighter on your feet, more nimble, more graceful. The magister who has gained on you is trying to grab at you again. Roll me an acrobatics check again
Yes,
With
sir.
advantage, right?
with advantage. Yes.
Ah, the fuck?
See, now you can press on the advantage button. It's gonna be cool.
A
Every
15.
every every time you press advantage, you're gonna get happy juice in your brain.
Oh, we just have disadvantage this. Okay. Okay. Luckily, he has disadvantage on this because with his armor, he's having a little bit harder time trying to maneuver through things. So, his rolls was a 19 and an 8. So, luckily, you do manage to again slip from his grasp before he can grab onto you, and you quickly maneuver more nimble than before through the thick foliage of the forest here, moving faster and faster, getting further distance from these magisters. As you keep running and running and running, roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Just normal.
Perception.
Yeah.
Normal.
26. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's
Right.
your wisdom modifier? What the fuck? 7. Holy shit.
Well, you know, proficiency helps too.
Damn.
But anyway, so as you're running, you notice that the path you're on actually leads to a cliff up ahead. Not a huge one, but there's definitely a drop. It's probably about 35 feet high. Now you see this, but the Magisters probably haven't. So what do you want to do?
So the path is leading up to a cliff.
Yes, in the current direction you're heading is leading to a cliff.
Do they see me right now?
They probably could. They probably do see you kind of like a little bit through the branches of the trees and stuff. But you do have some coverage. Oh no, Pancake died.
Nah.
I have some coverage. Let me see. I know I saw a spell that could help me actually. I hope it at least.
She's beginning to believe.
So yeah, you saw this this cliff, but whether or not they see it is unknown. If you
What
have,
is it? I saw it meant to stone. Ah, melt into stone. There we have it.
do you have that prepared?
No. So I can't use that?
You can, but it would take
No,
you 10
sadly not.
minutes.
Okay. So one action is 10 minutes?
Nope.
An action is 6 seconds.
But you're not in combat.
Yeah.
So
But
you will
also,
literally just be standing outside of combat, sitting there for 10 minutes casting a spell while the magister just look at you, going like, "What the fuck is she doing?"
yeah, to ritual
Yeah,
cast a
okay.
spell, it will take one action when ritual cast equals 10 minutes.
Okay.
Math is hard.
hmm
So there is a cliff
ask a
that is
question?
very high. I can see it, but Mavis can see it, but they didn't.
You do
Most probably.
you do have your cat's grace on you still.
I have a question.
Yes.
Doesn't she have some sort of extra spells from, her class or subclass?
She has an expanded spell list, and those spells were added in. But it doesn't.
It should prepare him.
Let me double check.
It does prepare him.
Let's see. Just says the following spells are added to your list of spells for you, not that they are constantly prepared.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Hmm.
Tell me more.
I could run to the cliff and try to hide. because I'm faster than them right now.
Also, with your cat's grace on you, you don't take falling damage if it's 20 feet or less.
Ooh.
You can
How high
20
did you
feet or
said
less?
it was?
from top to bottom is 35 feet, but there are rocky outcroppings along the way down the cliff. You could try to aim for one if you want to.
Guess what I will do?
Sounds like funny.
I will do it or I will die doing it.
Okay.
Oh shit!
All right.
All in, baby.
Maybe
Uh,
afterwards.
All right. So as you just kind of stand there at the cliff's edge, you hear the matchsters coming closer to you. One of them yelling out to you, "You got nowhere to run now, girlie. Now surrender, and let us take you in." Do you have any rebuttal before you jump?
Quick, do a
No.
one-liner. Ah.
Just jump. Just jump.
Okay. You just kind of give him a glance, and as you look down, you just jump. Roll me an acrobatics check. With advantage, still.
Acrobatic advantage.
Okay, 19.
Let me
Not
live.
bad.
Okay. So as you jump down, you pass by the first rocky outcropping and the second, and you land on the third one, which was just 18 feet below you. So you don't take any fall damage.
Nice.
So you are still, now you are looking down, you are less than 18 feet from the ground. So you could jump again without taking damage.
I tried to jump.
Okay. You know what? Since you got Cat's Grace on you, I won't make you roll to see if you land properly. And you do. You just jump off and you land on the ground and you just keep running. As you do so, you hear one of the magisters yelling out at you, cursing you, before you hear a scream. Good. Ah! And then,
No way.
as you look back, you
Oh.
see the other magister who had fallen behind after tripping didn't see the cliff and just ran right off of it.
No. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Magister. No.
That's the complete opposite. That's the complete opposite reaction of what a party would have.
I don't
I
listen
like
to
magisters.
you, you, you just kind of hear like the other one calling out, it's like, "Hey, you alive?
No.
You idiot!" And you hear the other one just kind of going, "I'm okay."
I feel a little bit sorry.
An old man in an instant.
But
Oh,
so-
the future.
as you keep running, trying to flee from them, eventually you are pursued again, but with much greater distance between you and them. You can hear the other magister, who didn't fall flat on his face off the cliff, trying to pursue you still. He's yelling out to you as he's trying to find you.
He's not a very good looker, is he? Huh?
No,
So
you
so
if
you run down again.
so yeah
Run down again,
mhm.
and then try to follow her Mavis again.
Yeah, he's trying to track you still, but you've gotten a lot of distance from him with your ability, your Cat's Grace, giving you that advantage on scaling down the cliffside and jumping down. So, if you want to, you can actually take the hide action here.
The height action.
Which is basically just rolling a stealth check. But I'll give you advantage on this one since you have put a lot of distance between yourself and him and broke line of sight. So he did lose sight of you.
Okay.
Right now, he's basically just trying to track you. Right now, with his survival skills.
Okay, I will try to hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Stealth advantage.
Holy fuck!
Ooh, natural
Big in the
20.
butt, baby.
Hey, natural 20.
That's actually like one of the beginner players' luck. Holy fuck!
All right, so as you find, as you're kind of running, you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye with your high perception, what looks like to be a tree that's kind of hollowed out a bit, still standing and flourishing like a tree that's alive, but part of the tree has been kind of hollowed in from just plant life or just nature itself just wearing away at it. And it's well hidden behind some bushes as well. So you run over and you just wedge yourself into this hollowed out tree and hide. Just kind of covering your mouth to catch your breath, and so you can't be heard. You hear the heavy footfalls of the armored magister running, panting and heaving as he's trying to catch up to you, looking for you, yelling and cursing out at you still. He begins looking around, and you hear him drawing closer and closer. You actually hear him stop by the tree you're at, and you feel like your heart almost leap up into your throat. And you think he's got to find you. He's got to have found you now. But you hear him just bang on the tree and curse again as he begins moving away in a different direction. Heading off to the right, down a different path you saw. One that was a little bit clearer of foliage than the rest. You wait for a moment, then two, and you listen very closely. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
15. From what you can hear and see, it looks like the coast is clear.
This is clear. So, coast is clear, you said. So, if I run in that direction, the guard will lose me totally?
If you want to head in the opposite direction that he went, you can.
Run to the opposite direction then, please.
Okay. As you do so, heading down kind of the more difficult path than the one the Magister went down. So you didn't see any signs of you heading down, so you figure you must have gone down the more clear one. You move through, passing by trees and bushes, trying not to get caught again. Get snagged on any branches or any thorns. You make your way out of the forest here and into a new clearing. As you keep moving, you eventually see what looks like tents up ahead and people. You see they just seem to be in the middle of packing up. As they look over at you, they panic a bit. You see some of the people there kind of with children hold their children close, almost out of fear, and some of the other people draw bows and weapons and swords. But you see those that drew weapons lower their weapons a bit as they kind of take a good look at you. As they kind of look over their shoulders at someone else who you see is kind of walking through the crowd with a hand raised. And he's just kind of gesturing for them to lower their weapons still. He kind of looks over to you and shouts out, "Hello there! And, who might you be?"
shit. So I need to answer that right now.
Well, if you
Uh,
don't, it's gonna be suspicious as fuck. I'll be quite honest here.
Uh,
uh,
General
General
Kenobi.
Kenobi. um, I'm doing this calmly the first time. Normally I avoided it. But
mm-hmm.
my name is Mavis. I'm a white mage. I was fleeing from some guards.
As you kind of say that, he kind of looks over to a couple of the men who had bows drawn, and he kind of gives a whistle and kind of nods off towards the forest.
Oh shit.
Were
True,
they
Chara, why did I do that?
were the guards clad in all white armor? For for your information, caller, they were. In case you forgot.
White armor, okay.
Like pearl
So,
whitish, if I remember right.
Yeah,
so they all belong to the guards that were chasing her?
these men
No,
aren't.
not
These
these
people. These
guys. No,
people
no,
aren't
no.
dressed in the same armor.
Okay.
No, these
The
guys are.
dude that's asking you
Yeah,
basically what the guards that were chasing you were wearing.
yeah, yeah. These people here are dressed more in kind of like browns and green color clothing and armor. So, a lot of hide armor. You know, not very much metal amongst them. But
Not brutal.
as they, as the man kind of talking to you comes forward, he stands quite tall compared to you, easily over 6 feet. You see that he's quite handsome for a half orc, and he kind of approaches and with his hand extended out to you, it's like, uh, well, no need to worry here. You're safe now. My name is Yosuke, and these people here are just like you. They're on the run from those Magister bastards. All of them have some type of magical ability, innate or potential to learn. We're trying to get them to safety. Get them out of this hellhole of a kingdom for magic users. If you want, you're welcome to come with us. I promise you, we'll keep you safe.
Yeah, normally if someone says something like that, it has a little hook on it. Oh, I'm torn right now. Should she do it? But what if that guard, that Magister, catched her trace again? They would get all of them. They find them.
Well, you did see this dude just send out some people probably after the Magister, so.
Mm-hmm.
True.
He kind of just will just kind of just like gently just kind of reach and just just pick up your hand, and just kind of cup it between his, just so like, you can just kind of feel the warmth of his hands. It's like, so you're okay. He just kind of looks over at the other people. You aren't alone here. The others, there are other people here who are on the run as well, trying to trying to outrun the Magisters, and me and my crew, we do everything we can. We're pretty good at hiding our tracks if you're worried.
Ah, still torn apart. It's a hard question. Never
He
trust a stranger. But
Lemons
it
all
did.
he
around.
But
he
it
kind of looks at you and just kind of nods a bit as he kind of sees your kind of conflicted feelings on it. He'll let go of your hand, just like, travel with us for today. Upon upon dawn tomorrow, you can head out on your own if you wish. You said you're a mage, correct? Do you have any ability of healing, or are you more of a damaging mage? Someone who knows spells of destruction or transmutation.
healing is my profession, and I will travel with you, but just this one day.
That is fine. In that day you're traveling with us, if it's not too much to ask, would you be willing to patch up some of the people here who received injuries from the Magisters when they were fleeing? Some of them have some arrow wounds and some deep cuts from their blades, and some have some burns and frostbite from some of their spells.
I can do that, yes.
He'll just kind of bow to you respectfully. Thank you. In exchange, you have our protection and also food. Our cook here does a pretty good job. Just double check your food to see if there's any hair in it. We make sure he wears hairnets all over his body, but some can still slip through.
Um, okay, thank you.
All right. Still kind of turn and head back to the rest of his group. You see he kind of like raises his hand, a finger into the air, and he begins to kind of swirl it around. And you see the rest of his crew kind of nod as they begin helping the others bundle up their stuff and getting packed up and ready to go. All right. So, as you travel with these people, you tend to the other people here that are injured, and you're given the chance to talk to any of them if you wish, to ask any questions that you may have.
Um, yeah, yeah, I try to talk to some of them
Okay.
while healing them.
All right. What would you like to ask them?
Where are you all from?
Okay. So as you ask this, they some of them say that some of them are from Benkei, some as far as way from Muishima, some just close by from the city of Shigano that you passed by just a few days ago. A lot of them are from smaller villages that kind of dot around the kingdom. Mainly farming villages or a few little fishing ones that fish around the lake and rivers. All of them just average folk from different walks of life. All of them you see are just young and old, have some type of ability to cast magic or some understanding of how magic works.
Can I ask more questions, or was
Yeah,
that?
yeah, you're more than welcome to.
There are no limits.
There are no limits to this.
Who are those magistas, and why are they hunting magic users?
As you ask this, one gentleman that you're kind of tending to will kind of look over to this woman who is walking with a young girl, probably his daughter, and he will kind of sigh. It's like the Magisters are a special force instated by the the Empress here. She put them into active duty a few years ago and began rounding up people who were born with innate magical ability or have the mind to learn how to use it, and basically indoctrinate them into her forces. All of them go to training camps, schools, as she calls them, to teach them how to harness their power for the greater good of the kingdom. She claims it's the will of our divine deity, Fujitora, but I don't know. The Empress has grown colder recently, more recluse, and even more crueler ever since the assassination attempt on her. We don't know why she does this or what truly happens to those taken in, but most of the time, not many are seen by their family or friends again. I heard a couple word of the mouth tales from others that they have seen their best friend or their cousin who was taken in by the magisters if they were uncovered to have innate magical ability, but they said they weren't the same person anymore. He just kind of like kind of rotate his arm after you kind of done working on it and healing it. It's like, oh, it's much better. Thank you, ma'am.
Please, you can call me Mavis.
Ah, Madam Mavis, thank you.
Way better.
He'll just kind of just bow to you respectfully and thanks as he'll head back to his family. All right. Are there any other questions you want to ask anyone?
I'm thinking right now. Where do you try to go to? I mean, where do you want to escape?
Okay. As you kind of ask this to like a small little group of these people that were kind of walking together, talking, they kind of look to you and then back to each other. Before they each kind of answer like, "Well, I'm trying to get to the Raishin Kingdom. I hear it's a lot more peaceful, but I don't know. I might keep heading south, or maybe to the west. I don't want to try to put as much distance between myself and the Fujitora Kingdom as I can." A lady kind of nods like, Yeah, I kind of want to head to the west, maybe towards the maybe south of here, towards the Kitera Kingdom. I hear it's not too bad. Another gentleman replies, "Ah, actually, I think I'm gonna try heading down to that Free Republic place. I hear it's actually not too bad. Despised by all the other kingdoms, but hey, it can't be any worse than here. Besides, from what I hear, they have like free freedom of expression with magic. So, you're allowed to study and learn whatever you want. It sounds pretty nice to me. I mean, maybe I can try learn how to use this magic I got for my true passion, metalworking."
Wow.
One of the ladies kind of look to you and ask, like, and what about you? Where are you going?
Well, I am on a mission for myself, and well, I found traces about it here in the Fujitara Kingdom and hoped I could find out more information. But I didn't knew that there are magisters or capturing magic users.
They kind of look to you with like a look of like not pity but understanding and just kind of remorse. So he kind of looks like pat you on the shoulders, like, "Oh, so sorry to hear that. Uh, not Magis aren't really known about outside of the kingdom very much. The Empress tries to do a good job of stifling any type of information about them getting out. She doesn't want the other kingdoms to learn about her magical force that she's putting together. Or at least that's my thought." So
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to take a quick break here. So I just need to make a go to the bathroom real quick. So everyone, go ahead, use the restroom, get drinks if you need to, and we'll be back.
Okay.
So, all right, I'll go ahead and
Gotcha.
mute you
Yeah.
guys. So, okay, you are muted.
comes to with the bonus action, if nothing else comes to mind, and when you hit the
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that, everyone. Whew. Don't you just hate when water burns your hands? I, I kind of, yeah, I kind of singed my hands a bit. Huh. It was hot water. Yeah. No, I was just, you know, just cleaning my hands and did just forgot to turn the cold water on. When with the hot, kind of bounce it out a bit. Yeah, it burned. Fable. Yeah, hot water furnace. Oh, uh, uh I have burned. When I was a kid, I burned my hand on an oven coil. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh! I just realized I still have you guys muted. Whoopsie. So you guys ready to continue? Okay. Don't waste any more time.
and no, you did
Yeah.
not have us
There.
muted. You did not have us muted.
I thought I
What do
did
you mean?
because it wasn't picking you guys
Why?
up. Well, I mean, like,
Are
I had the audio channel swapped from my headset to my speakers.
are we there yet?
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, we can hear you guys.
Oh no.
Nice.
So, um, so back to Kala and Mavis's journey here. Um, so Kala,
Yes, please.
as you are, traveling with these people, you travel for the rest of the day. As night begins to set in, they get ready to set. They begin setting up camp, and you know things are nice. There's the smell of food cooking. They got fires going. Just uh, they have like these contraptions set up over the campfires to kind of help disperse the smoke from kind of coming from it to make it a little bit less noticeable. And yeah, it's you see they you kind of the group you're in has met up with like another like section or like a cell of this group. As you kind of travel with them, asking around, you kind of learn that the group that you come across, um, that Yasko man that greeted you, this is his operation. That this is basically a smuggler's group, but instead of smuggling goods, they smuggle people, but not for nefarious purposes. They smuggle them to get them out of the country or out of the kingdom, and hopefully to someplace better. Give them the chance to try to
Oh
start
my god, like
over.
North Korea, right? Well,
Yeah,
no, actually, when you
yeah,
think about it, yeah, it's
yeah,
exactly like that.
yeah. Essentially, yeah. I guess that is a good
Huh.
parallel.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
bad one, but yeah.
it's a sad but truthful one.
That's true.
But yeah, so you found out that apparently Yosuke has been doing this for a while and has helped as many people as he's able to get them out of this kingdom and yeah, someplace better. Right now that learned that they are currently trying to heading to a path in the mountains that they know is safe. As you guys are traveling, or
Sorry.
bless you.
That
Uh,
was a very cute sneeze.
that was.
Oh,
Fucking
come
normal.
on. No.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
so
that was so cute.
precious.
Thank you.
I give you
See
precious.
sneeze.
Anyway, but yes, so as you kind of are sitting down to enjoy some food being cooked, you're surprised that the cook, when you kind of were told about him having to wear hair nets before, you kind of see why now. The cook is actually a knoll gentleman. Uh, for you college to so you kind of get a picture in your mind. Think of it as a hyena, a humanoid hyena.
Ah,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah, that's essentially what gnolls look like. They're kind of bigger, a little bit.
I'll find a picture for him.
Yeah, find a picture for Call it. Just post it in Discord. But yeah, so they're very hairy, and yeah, so but you see he's got just kind of got his like arms, his head, just kind of wrapped in. Even got gloves on, just covered in hair nets and stuff to keep his his fur from falling into the food.
Mm-hmm. That thing does look similar to something I saw in World of Warcraft.
Well, yeah, a doll.
Yeah, that's because they're the same thing, just different
Yeah,
design.
You're exactly right.
yeah. They are similar to the Worgans, yeah, but Worgans are more
Not Worgans,
wolf-like.
the dolls. What are you talking
No,
about,
Oh,
Clark?
oh, they have them in
See,
Warcraft
even
too.
he knows.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, cause there's gnolls in World of Warcraft. There's also kobolds, but they don't look
Yeah.
anything like the
Oh,
ones in
I did.
in D&D. It's funny.
I didn't play Warcraft a lot.
It was a classic.
I
Hoofer.
didn't play it as well. I just
No,
saw it when my brother from time
no,
to
not
time played
not
it.
Ah,
Hoofer. What was it? Hogger, right? Hogger. That
Yeah,
was
it was
oh
the
Hogger.
Hogger. Yeah, yeah.
man,
Or as
just
we call him in the community, Pogger.
oh, oh, jeez, wow. Okay,
Hmm.
interesting.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So, as you are enjoying your food, um, you hear some commotion going on in the distance.
Oh,
You you see there are flashes of lights. You see some careening streaks of fire and some ice. Sound of magic being casted and the consequential impact of the spells hitting. As this is going on, you hear Yosuke kind of consulting with uh, some of his other men, and kind of like, uh, probably magisters again. You better go check it out. Could be people need a rescuing there. And as you see Yosuke and uh, a battalion, like a small battalion of his men, head out, so they are loaded up with bows and arrows and weapons galore. As you see them head off, you kind of watch in that direction. You see more signs of magic going off, spells here and there. You even hear the loud, cacophonous crack of thunder from lightning, but you didn't see any lightning in the sky. No, there's no storm clouds for lightning, but that sound was unmistakable. After a short bit of time, you see Yosuke there coming back, not by himself, but with fewer men than he had before. And you see he's looking a little bit shocked, a bit, kind of like Sam Mermaid's like, oh god, I can't believe it's her. I can't believe she's back. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, be cool, man, be cool. It's just fine. And then you see the rest of his men coming back, accompanied by, or in the same company with, some other people, some new people, some average-looking citizens who are injured, who are immediately being, patched up by some of Yosuke's people. And then you see some very odd, strange-looking people. A large man wearing bones and a skull upon his head, with large horns. Uh, a very elegant looking woman, very kind of, well, not elegant, but more, uh, I guess, kind of suave, maybe. Looks like she
Posh?
posh, yeah. She's dressed in kind of more traveling attire, but she has this kind of air about her of sophistication in a way, or maybe something very charismatic about her. You see uh, another woman, dre- uh, dressed in a beautiful dress, beautiful clothing. Uh, a tabaxi woman, very young in years from the looks of her. And you see a pink man dressed in uh, an attire fitting a traveling samurai. You can tell this because on his hip he has two katana weapons, though one you can tell is clearly made of wood. And the other is a figure clad in black, hood up, face concealed, with two piercing yellow eyes underneath.
Hmm. So we're basically kind of like retconning it a bit where we came to the camp, right?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of
Okay.
like
No, no, I'm cool with that. Hmm.
So are those now Magistas or are those your
No, that's
characters?
us.
that's them.
Ah,
None of them are clad in the same type of armor that the Magisters were.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of have to remember what the fuck did we do when we came to the camp. I think Get went straight for the food, right?
Yeah.
Because the dude said there's food. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess I can describe my character a little bit. Just
Mm-hmm.
or should I wait for? I could wait for Max, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let
I
that.
can show her what your
Oh
artwork
yeah, you can
is.
just show the picture too. Yeah, that also works.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's Geth.
Get that
Mhm.
boy. Big spook.
Here is the Tabaxi that you saw. Oops, wrong button click. There we go.
Just so you have an image for European kind of measurements, he's about near 3 meters tall.
Holy shit.
He big boy.
He big boy. That's Fable's
uh,
character.
yep. And here is the.
She does look a little bit like a bee.
Wait, well, Fable, why don't you
This
tell your character's name?
this is
Uh,
Leo. This is the pink man who left us, unfortunately. But
Mhm.
a
well,
lot
my
of the
character
players these
is.
guys are replacing.
Yeah.
I'm
God
sorry to
damn it!
say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Uh,
My character's name is actually Princess Honey a Bee, or Honey Bee Bee, really.
only.
Anything really. This is either Honey or Bee. She goes either one. Fancy names are
Wasn't
fun.
wasn't it honey of bees?
it's either Honey a bee or honestly I call her anything. Kars calls her puppy cat, so it's fine really.
That's the first time I'm hearing that. What the
It's a dumb joke I told him. It's like when I was introducing the character to him, I'm gonna call her I'm gonna make a character named Poppy Cat, and then Kars went with it. So yeah, it's a bit of an inside joke, is honestly.
I'm just calling her honey.
Hmm?
Yeah, honey. Cause she's
fuck?
sweet,
Oh, honey, honey, toot 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 toot
and you
toot
can't
toot.
get, and she sticks to you like glue. You can't get rid of her.
Who's
And
that rogue?
for reference, the rogue is also leaving us. How tall is the rogue?
Um. Oh, let me see. The Yoru
I think she was
was
average, right? Average human
sh-
size.
6'1".
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was pretty tall for a lady.
Yeah, I am 5 feet 3 inches, which is 160 centimeters.
Mm.
Hi, bud.
So
Well,
yeah.
Mavis is a little bit like 160 meters.
They're about the same size. Hey,
Same
Yeah.
height.
Yeah.
same height, buddies.
Yay!
Woo!
Short gals unite.
Yes,
I'm just here.
gnomes unite.
Meanwhile, I'm over here. You make fun of me. I'll hide all my shit on top of the fridge. Try to reach it. I dare
So
you.
the rogue is an NPC now because the player left.
hmm
Yeah, in a
And
way.
we'll be technically leaving the parties here soon. Just trying to
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
find a place to get him to leave.
Geo, whether where that is.
Yes, yes.
The
Mm.
red hat. Who's that?
Me.
The redhead? Yeah, that's Tara's character, Yumi.
Yep.
Yumi. Okay.
Alright, so
Current name Yumi.
essentially.
Yeah, she
Oh
changes
no,
names a
we
lot,
read it.
so.
Oh, okay.
Sooner or later, I'm not exactly 100% sure when I'll be switching back to my old character. He's a Dragonborn, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. No need
That's a
to give you
whole.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
no need
whole
to
other
give you
story.
no need to give you too much information all at once.
Are you sure? Because I actually like honey of bees.
It's not
I
a
mean,
combatant.
Alright, it's your choice. I like
hmm
both.
mm,
They both have their funny quirks and enjoyability.
I will be glad to have my hero back.
well,
Okay, Trask, I'm sticking with Honey. I don't want Clay to deal with this anymore.
Guys, we just got D's nutted on.
What do you mean?
We got Dragon D's nuts.
oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god.
fuck you.
Wait, what?
It's just never
And
mind.
then and then comes the clueless person
Oh
Oh my
every
Because
lord.
you
time.
get raided.
my
Please be
god.
patient with me, senpai.
Oh my, do I say it like that?
Oh my
Well,
god.
you
I
made
don't
Ara
know.
Ara for me. I thought maybe I could repay you like that.
It's like that time when I met Sigmar. Holy shit.
Ara, Ara.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, we got raided
He's nuts
by
apparently.
by K by Kaon. They're dragon a dragon VTuber, and yeah,
Ubu.
they
Well,
Alright.
yeah.
welcome,
I will.
Raid, to the
I will.
first D&D because I am part of it.
Welcome.
I will.
So, yes, Tara.
I will try to remember or recap what we actually did, but essentially, Yumi was running around a bit. First, she, calmed some children and played with them. Then talked with Yosuke.
Oh yeah, they had the whole footage thing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Then they got back some of the supplies and the caravan because she gave him the gifts she carried for him, which was fruit, which he apparently uh, gave to other people.
How dare you?
This is also the
And
fact.
then I'm not sure. Did I actually help with the food or not?
Um, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I think we just went straight for the What was it? Stew?
Yeah, it was a stew that was being served.
Stewart
I
Little?
think it's possible. I said I'm gonna help with the food next day.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that was the idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think you. Yeah, I think you were offering to assist next time.
Okay. Yes, I'm pretty sure Geth just went over to the food, found a free spot, sat down, and kind of talked with the chef about cooking recipes and what he's cooking. I'm pretty sure that was what he was doing. I actually quite remember about talking like culture and stuff. So that was that.
Also, I think that I invited Honey of Bees to talk with Joske back then. Great.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to sleep essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some of us had dreams, specifically the samurai who literally left us
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
like a butthole.
right. Well, to be honest, he did fuck up majorly, so I kind of understand why.
that was a good timing.
It
He's like,
was.
oh shit, I'm about to see a bad dream. Better fucking leave.
This is an omen. I must go. Actually, that might be how I treat this. Yeah.
It's an omen. He's like, nope, I'm out. I don't want to deal with this.
So, question is, are you? What are your plans for Yoru and Ryu?
I guess we'll
They're
see.
just gonna flash the peace sign and fade out of existence.
Oh
All right,
shit,
cool.
I love that.
So we're not gonna
Flash
resolve the whole
shadows.
murder thing on Ryu's part.
um.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe he comes back, so I
Yeah.
mean,
I
let's
will.
not kill the character.
Yeah. I don't. I try not to kill off characters if I can help it. Um.
Right. How about Grandpa of Pine? How is he doing?
He's fine.
He
He's
received a
Right.
letter which said he need to attend to something something important and need to leave the party.
Grandpa.
Yep, he got petrified.
Grandpa's fine. He's just just a little bit stoned right now.
So
Uh-huh.
why isn't he Tom playing him? Huh?
Because I
Huh?
wanted to play a new character.
Yeah.
Mm, because Tom already.
Abomination.
That's
Tom
literally why.
insists on being an abomination.
Nah. I previously played Druid.
Yeah.
Spore Druid.
Yep. He was a tree spore druid.
I was a senile man, and I annoyed the shit out of the party.
He kept spraying his dandruff
Oh.
all over.
Yep.
So I apologize for this, but I would like to speed something, and that is
Mhm.
I essentially switched a spell for myself in the morning. I
Mhm.
would like to identify the magical items for the
Okay.
morning,
Oh yes, from the
and
Magisters.
yes, and whatever there was staffs, and I think I wanted to check on the helmet
Okay.
and whatever else we actually got. I don't remember more,
Okay.
but anything else you want the guys to do, please do.
Okay.
I'm just sitting
Did
there, at the
we?
table, just identifying each item, taking 10 minutes.
Quick question: did we leave Ginkgo and Wolves back at the town?
No, actually, some of Yosuke's men actually found uh Chinoichi and Ginkgo in the wagon and escorted them
Oh, so they
here.
are
Yeah, they got escorted here.
okay. Then in the morning, Geth will, wake up Ginkgo as always, and they will do their morning workout, morning
Okay.
training. They're like, okay, so here we go. So today I'm gonna teach you the good old tricks of the legs. It's very important that you can run for a long distance and quick if you want to catch something.
She kind
Okay,
of just kind of salutes, like, "Yes, sir."
very good. Okay. I'll just drag out the woman we took with us, like the what you call it. What's her name?
uh, Chinoichi.
Okay, Chinupa, you're joining
You,
us
you can
too.
call her Chi for short.
Okay, Chief, come here.
Not Chi, not Chief.
No, Chief, that's your name now.
Oh God. It's like no,
Okay,
it's
so
it's
I'll
it's
I'll drag her out your case because you're part of the party. Just in case we have to chase down the devourer. You kind of have to have the legs, so you're joining with us.
uh,
Okay, Ginkgo. you because you have trained longer, you are now her superior, so you can give her advices and stuff. Okay, so okay, spread the legs here. Okay, and I'll just start doing like stretch exercises and all that stuff.
Ginkgo just kind of like looks to uh Shinoichi and just kind of like with that oh, shit, I forget her name. Um, the girl from Spy X family.
I don't know.
Fable probably knows.
Basically, she looks at her with anime eyes. Got you.
Yep. Just kind of looks at her with that face that the child gives and just goes, "Don't fall behind."
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Oh my god. Clay needs to come back. These people are bad influences
What do you
on the
mean? Look at her.
child.
She's getting so strong.
just,
No,
Gingo's just like, "Yeah, you better keep up."
no.
Up and So we're basically we're doing the morning exercises for about an hour, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
yeah. This face here.
No, God.
Cheating grin.
These people are
so
bad influences on the child.
You're next.
so as you guys kind of get ready for that and do your thing, um, Ryu
Oh,
will
perfect timing. Oh,
perfect time for what?
Max is home.
Oh, yay! Cool. Yay. but um but yeah, as uh as you guys are kind of going about your morning routines and stuff, Ryu will kind of approach you all and just kind of ask you guys to kind of to for like a group huddle kind of thing. And he's like,
I'll.
um everyone, I sorry to say this, but last night I had a very strange premonition, dream, vision. Not sure what to make of it, but something something dangerous is going on to the west of here. I think it's something happening in Onoda, or at least around there. I know, Geth, that going to the mountains is very important to you,
very.
and I don't want to hinder what hinder your journey, your investigation, whatever you're searching for. But I must go. I I feel in my heart that I must journey on this path. I asked Yoru here if she could accompany me. She knows her ways around the shadows, and I feel like she might be of great assistance in uncovering what darkness lies hidden in Onoda, and maybe uncover the shroud that covers my past.
Well,
And
I guess we'll catch her to know that.
if I do turn out to be a murderer, well, I told Yoru to take me in.
Well, I guess we'll visit you in jail.
But
Probably.
I
I don't know.
wanted
Maybe
to
they'll
see
execute you.
your school. How will you teach me?
Yoru will kind of look to you and be like, I guess we'll have to put a rain check on that, won't we?
Well, can you give me something that how I could get in touch or, you know?
She kind of ponders, like, yeah, I believe I have something for you. You see, she kind of reaches into, like, just under her cloak and pulls out, it looks kind of like a little charm, and just very kind of neatly wrapped up in tied into a little baggie, for you, and hands it to you. This here charm is embroidered with a symbol that my family uses, and is filled with incense that we use to help identify friends. Keep this on you, and, well, if you can, head south to the great forest in the Kitera Kingdom. My family will find you then.
All right. Thank you. And good luck on your journey.
Good luck to you as well. And she kind of looks to Ryu and just kind of pats him on the shoulder. She kind of turns and takes her leave. Ryu bows to you guys respectfully, and just kind of like a deep, honorable bow. And it has been a great honor to travel with you all for as long as I have. I hope that our paths will cross again, and we may walk down the same road as we did before. And with that, he will take his leave, and you watch as Yoru and Ryu grab their bags and make their way west.
Oh damn. Hmm. Not really the morning I expected, I'll be quite honest. Uh, well, nothing stops the grind. Come on, let's continue on. I'll go
You,
back to
you just
exercises.
you just see just Ginkgo just her head just hanging low, and she just like clenching her outfit, just the hem of her outfit, and she'll
Oh, it's fine, not too long. It's
she'll
not like he's gone forever. Come on.
she'll look up to you, just tears just streaming down her face, snot just coming out of her nose, her lip quivering, and she's like, "I'm gonna miss them."
Yeah, it's not good children. You just say you're like, oh,
She just kind of runs
uh,
up to you and just like grabs onto your leg and just wipes her face against your pant legs. So,
he like has his arms up. He's kind of looking around like, you me, help. I don't know what to do. What is this little thing doing to me, guys? Help,
so
please.
it was like I was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. See ya, you're on your own."
Literally everyone peace out. I'm like, ah, fuck.
It's like, "Oh,
Chief, quick! Chief, help me up here. Be a homie.
God. Cars.
hmm."
I'm just gonna go pick up Kenko real quick. I can't never pronounce her name. The baby.
The
Ginko.
the baby. Okay,
Yes.
you go pick up
Font
Ginkgo,
baby.
Yes.
and she just hold just like as you do. She just kind of goes limp, just kind of softly sobbing. And she'll as you just kind of like bring her up, she just will turn and just kind of hug you.
Is
She's just gonna say this. She'll say something like this. Kenko, I'm gonna teach you a trick my family used to tell me. Well, my grandma used to tell me. Whenever someone we care about is leaving, we tell them, we'll see you later. Because it's not goodbye. It's only ever goodbye when it's late, when it's only ever goodbye when things look scary. But if we tell them something like, we'll see them later, that means we will see them later. It's never goodbye.
She just kind of looks at you, just just her face is kind of like a big bawling mess right now. It's like, Really?
Hmm. If you say it like that, then it's not a goodbye now, is it?
She, she kind of nods. And she'll just kind of, as you're kind of holding her, she'll just look over towards where Ryu and Yoru were heading. It's like and just yell out, "Ryu, Yoru, I'll see you later, and it'll be soon."
Aw.
And you see just Yoru and Ryu just kind of raise their hand and you
That's a
know.
good idea. You could take Kinko with you.
What the fuck? No!
And
You're
there's
not gonna
Terry
quit
trying to
the
get rid of
Kinko,
the
you
baby again.
fucking monster.
Yes.
No.
That's it. She's now clinging onto you, Tara. You are
You
now
hear the
pseudo mommy.
Now you
you hear
fucked
the
up.
voice of play. Take her with you, not Danko, the other one.
Wait, you could train her as an assassin.
Take the bard. Take the
Take the
bard.
bar. Take her. Put her in a ditch or something. I don't know.
Take the other child.
You see the spirit of clay just pick up Yumi and just carry over to where you and Ryu were.
Yumi, where are
Just
you going? I don't know!
whoosh. Okay.
All right, what's my backup character?
All right.
Right, a rogue.
Oh gosh.
Oh
Oh,
gosh,
we'll have two
indeed.
of these fuckers here.
That
Al-
comes for a rogue.
Also, answer your
Wait,
question, Terry. You don't attract children. You only have one kid in your group.
We have
yeah.
wolves.
Yeah, not
They're not
children.
children.
They're
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 like adults. I mean, they're like children.
they're
They're like dogs.
What the fuck? What? In
they
what world?
they can hunt for themselves.
Don't you know the dogs are considered almost like children?
I mean
I,
that.
I have never heard anyone compare wolf to a child.
Yeah, they're not
Eh,
dogs.
it's close enough.
It's fucking isn't. One will
You guys
literally eat the other
domesticated
one will
them.
not.
Oh god.
You
Oh.
guys domesticated them.
But oh my goodness.
And with that, the
Ooh.
and with that, the wolves grab onto Yumi and just drag her off into the woods and feast upon her.
Into the sunset.
Yep.
Oh my god.
They tear her limb from limb and just yep.
Oh my god.
She is now wolf food.
When did nobody stop him?
Because it's like they were just as you were wondering why
Cars.
no one was gonna stop. It's like people are just saying, "This is the way.
Oh my god.
This is the way."
Cars.
Yeah, Tara.
Don't be mean that way.
The woods have chosen.
It's just an act of nature. It's how it is, man. It's
Rules
how
of
it is.
nature.
Meow.
Oh,
I hear
okay,
cat.
let's get back to the fucking. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my goodness.
Sorry, you two go, but I hope that we will meet down the river.
Down the what? Oh, you're talking
Down
with
the
them. Oh
river.
shit, my bad.
Down by
It's a
the-
saying.
Oh, also,
Alright.
sorry, Tara. I did miss your thing about saying having Ryu guard your back while you're identifying. So
Well, he's not guarding my back anymore.
we'll say
Well,
this is
well,
this
hasn't an hour passed?
yeah, we'll say this happened after you were done identifying. So yeah, he was kind of watching over you. So what you did glean from the stuff you've taken, um, which was the two staves, and you took one of the helmets, correct? So, what you want to learn first?
From what I remember, yes, we have gotten the whole armor actually,
Mm,
a helmet. I also cut off one of the eyes and gave it to someone.
okay.
Yeah, that was to our to Honey. I gave her the identifying detect magic eye.
The detect magic jewel from the
Did you get?
Magister Helmet.
You have that right, Honey, in your inventory now.
Uh huh.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. All right. So,
I'm gonna also add the second one, which will be given to Kala, but that's when we actually know her.
hmm so just pocketing it for right now.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna add it to my inventory.
Well then, so would you like to learn first then?
Well, how much time do I actually have?
Well, it will. I'm gonna be treating the helmet and the armor chest plate as separate things. So that will.
Let's go with the staves. I'm interested in the staves
Okay.
first
Okay. So I'm
because you
just.
didn't add them to my goddamn inventory either.
Because I was going to once you identified them. So,
Cool.
but they are so yeah. So this will take you like 44 minutes to identify both, or to
Mm-hmm.
identify all four of them. So, um, which staff do you want to identify first? The you know what,
I have one. I have a one attuned to, so I would like to first go with that one.
okay. So the one you tune to. So your identification that reveals this is known as a staff of healing.
Ooh.
Is
Yeah.
this the classic staff of healing from?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
I think PvP.
it is well you wouldn't know this, but it requires a bard or cleric or druid to attune to it. 1d6 bludgeoning, one d8. Yeah. It has 10 charges, and yeah, if you can look it up easily if you want to learn more. But you can cast
I
Cure
don't remember
Wounds.
everything, but yes, this is lookable, look upable.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 10 charges,
Nice.
which you can use your action to spend a charge to cast Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, or Max Cure Wounds. Or
So just
Max
so
cure
sorry,
wounds,
I
what?
Mass Cure Wounds, sorry.
Oh, like max cure wounds, like what? Like level 9? Holy shit! What?
just so you know, I suppose that now we have our white mage. I might offer it to her.
Okay.
Doesn't work on her class, does it?
Yeah, bards and clerics and druids can attune to it.
Well, she's not
Oh,
any of those, right? So.
she is
I
not. Well,
I'll treat the white mage as a cleric. It essentially is.
all right. And the second one?
Is a staff of defense.
Ooh,
All right.
Yep.
so
It's
many staves.
a slender, hollow staff that is made of glass yet is strong as an oak. Weighs 3 pounds. Must attune to it. It is a plus one. Gives a plus one to your armor class.
Hmm.
Has 10 charges, which you use to fuel the spells within it. While the staff is in hand, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells. You can cast with one charge Mage Armor, or two charges Shield.
Oh.
Yep.
This is from Lost Mines.
I am unsure, but I know it is from something official content.
All right.
So, but I will just move this actually just into your inventory for you if you want me to. I can just drag and drop it.
Please do for now.
Okay, so drag and drop, drag and drop. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Do you think we'll have time to introduce a new guy?
Do you mean
Max.
Max's character?
Uh,
I mean, sure, if he's up for it. Oh wait, you're here. You're
well,
actually
yeah.
Yes, I am.
hello.
Did you did you miss that?
Okay.
I am definitely sorry, but I would like to ask two quick questions. Do you
Yeah.
have some sort of statistics for the armor?
Yeah. I was gonna get that next. The armor, from what you can tell, is it is half plate armor that has been modified by the wearer. The runes that you saw on it have basically gone dark and dull. With your identification, you can see it's basically you can tell that there's a different type of magic afoot in this armor, something that has faded along with the wearer's death. But what you can tell, it was basically a runic armor of sorts, and this is probably what was fueling some of his odd effects that he was doing.
Is this attunable by someone?
It's just regular half plate armor now.
Oh, so it's no longer runic,
Nope.
Nope.
No.
but it used to have runes. Okay.
Yeah, the runes faded and lost their magic when he died.
Fuck, I will have more questions about that.
Mhm. It seemed that it was something that was modified by the wearer himself, or imbued with power by the wearer,
Alright.
and tied to their, life force.
Well, Geth did kind of recognize like that they are at least what they are.
As for the helmet, as you identify it, you sense that there is still magic in it, and you see it is uh, the magic in it is essentially a dominate person spell.
Hmm.
So is the same thing we saw before.
Hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna mention this to Yosuke and everyone else because, even your role might find this useful.
Hmm.
And that's it. I'm gonna take a backseat now.
Okay. So, um. All right. Let's see. So, as you guys are going about your daily routines, after all of this, um,
I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
you're cooking. Um,
She's like not even given a choice. She's like, I'm cooking. What this is my I'm cooking.
so, Max, I'm going to be bringing you into this. So, kind of treat this as like an improv class right now. Basically, just be like yes and essentially.
All right.
Uh, so as the day's going on, the head of the smuggler group here, Yosuke, comes up to you, Max, and places a hand on your character's shoulder. Just like
Hey.
it's like, can I have a moment of your time, please?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good. He's gonna kind of look over towards the the strangers he that came into camp last night. Accompanied by the other men. Those those people over there are going to be going into the mountains.
Sorry to
And
interrupt.
yes,
I would like to just remind to Feramos that his character probably saw last night that Yosuke acted strange about some bent over backwards by some woman.
he might have
Can,
seen that. I don't know. That might be a little bit too much for him to take in right now, Tara.
Wait, what did I
captain?
see? What the fuck?
It's
Basically,
essentially your boss here and Tara's character had a fling in the past. Essentially,
Ah, great.
yeah.
All right.
it's a
And
bit
when he
awkward.
returned from, some sort of rescue mission or something, from, scouting, he was muttering things about, oh God, it's her. Oh, it can be her.
Yeah.
Hi, here.
All
Again.
right. All right.
God damn it. But anyway,
So my boss has a stock out, right?
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Sure, that's totally what I mean.
yeah, that's totally it. But anyway, so yeah, he's just like, yeah, those people plan to be going deep into the mountains, and as you and I both know, the mountains are a very dangerous place.
They are indeed.
So, I hate to ask this of you, but do you think you could accompany them to where they're
That
going?
depends. What's in it for me?
God damn it, how I knew you were going to ask that. Alright, what you want?
Ah, well, I could use some new weapons.
What
How
kind?
about a new sword?
He kind of crosses his arms and looks at you. And you're gonna trade in the one you have right now for it.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right. Well, that's a fair trade then. What kind of weapon you looking for?
How about two short swords? Oh, I'm giving you a rapier, right?
Hmm.
It's worth something.
Two short swords for your rapier. And not
Yeah.
really the same amount of metal, but you know it's fine. I'm asking. I got a heavy ask from you, so very well. You know what? Go over to our weapon storage and go ahead and grab out two later. Just leave your rapier behind.
Right. I will do that.
Anything else?
Maybe a gold piece?
You see Yosuke just kind of like just clicking his teeth a bit. It's like, oh man. He reaches into his pouch and he just like pulls out a gold piece that he has kind of held firmly between his thumb and forefinger. It's like, here you go. He's gonna go flip it to you.
I catch the coin.
Or do you?
Acrobatics check or what?
No, no, it's fine. It's fine.
No, no.
Roll for basic perception of the eye.
Oh,
No, 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 no.
so
To the mountain it is then.
very well. you, know, I'll introduce you. Come on over.
I follow you.
As you follow Yosuke, he brings you over to the odd people that came in last night, and he's like, "Hey, morning to you all. Um, uh,
Mm,
so, as you said, you're heading deeper into the mountains, correct?
there we are.
That's right, Yosuke.
Well, he's
What,
gonna
what did you have to say it like that? Come on.
he's gonna just kind of pat the man next to him on the shoulders and just
Are
kind
you
of,
coming alone?
no, no, I got important work to do, but I am
But
going
we
to.
could have some fun together.
Hmm, you women are a fiend.
Ooh.
No, that's. Oh, wait, we don't have Tiefling. Never mind.
That's Alex.
God dang it.
I'm sorry.
Ah, no, I am not going. I have to get these people out of here. Um,
Yes, we said that we will help. I didn't
Did we?
forget.
I didn't
Yes.
fucking say
well,
that.
well, we would appreciate your help if you could offer it. We are heading to the mountains anyway, but we're not going deeper in. We're taking a path through the mountains that will lead into the other kingdoms to the south of here. So
Oh damn, that sucks. Anyways,
anyway, yes, he's just gonna kind of gently push the man forward, and he's like, "This here is one of my men. He's
okay.
very dependable, very keen senses, and knows how to spot danger. Also
Why are
knows
you saying this?
why. Well, because he's going to be your guide through the mountains,
Wait, what?
it,
Why?
so you don't die.
What do you mean I'm a perfectly good explorer? I lived my whole life in the mountains. How dare you?
Well, I doubt you lived in these ones.
No, but they are quite similar. Rock is rock.
I
Uh,
interject and
Kev.
hello, my name's
wait,
Niantaro.
wait, hold on a sec.
Feel free to go ahead and take the first hit. I will just watch.
Kev, we. I think we would appreciate some help, Kev, because we're. It would be only two of us, and We need more people.
Big two of us. We still have
Me and
Ginkgo.
you.
We still have Chief. We still have Honey here. We still have the wolves. We still have.
Do,
We
do
probably
we
won't
have
have the card,
really?
huh?
Do we really have honey?
Yeah, she's right there. You're just gonna like point at her.
Kingo's just still holding on to Honey.
But
See,
is she coming with us? Because I'm not sure she's coming with us. Hey, honey,
Hmm.
are you coming with us?
Well, I did say I had to go into the mountains to go look for a lost city. So yeah.
there you go. See,
You look scared from the yesterday fight, so I'm just checking.
and that doesn't mean that they can go mountain exploring. Mountain exploring is for everyone.
Well, I don't like fighting, but I can defend myself to some extent, so long as it
Yeah.
doesn't get that bad. But if it does, then I might have to get the little one out of here.
See,
And
we're
how about you,
perfect in
Chief?
fight. We don't need whatever this thing is. They just gonna point at Max's character.
Chinoichi
How
just
about you?
cuts in as well. It's like, I'm a non-combatant as well. I will not be doing fighting.
No, well, that's why we're training you. Don't worry about it.
I
You'll
refuse.
you'll you'll be fine in just about a week. You're fine.
What?
Well,
No.
you to be honest, I'm kind of skipping some parts. So usually we would like toss you off a cliff,
This is why
and then
I
if you
hired
survive,
you to protect me.
I mean, yeah, but like if you, what happens when we all eat shit and die?
Well, then I'm probably dead too. If
Well, but see, when we continue this training, then you have a possibility of not dying. Probably,
if
who knows?
if you couldn't survive it, then why? How could I?
By using your brains, probably. I
I
don't know.
agree. You should join the morning trainings with Gav.
She already did. I made her.
Yo,
My dear lady, consider this a part of the service. We will give you a survival training that will make you better possible to survive this uncomfortable mountain and help you get through this danger and possibly improve your physique.
Yeah,
she,
imagine
Wouldn't
when
you?
you get back home, how jacked you're gonna be. Like, holy shit.
she just narrows her eyes at you all, just kind of like looks at you with a confused look, like, what is wrong with
It
all
is
of you?
quite it is
I
quite
mean,
slimming. Daily routine that will help you keep up your cardio.
She just kind of looks at you even more, Paul. Did you just call me fat?
no, we called you weak.
Well, you know what? I
This
am
sounds like
fine.
perversion.
I am fine with being weak. My mind is strong, and that's all that matters
Okay,
to me.
but what if your body and mind was strong?
It's my body is strong enough to take me through the day.
Really? I'll just kind of like go up to her, pick her up by an arm, kind of
Ah,
like
ah,
leave her
ah,
hanging up. Okay, now break free.
ah! My shoulder, my shoulder.
I'm not
That's
saying
my
you're
righting
breaking
arm.
free. I just gotta let her go.
It's like persuasion roll now.
Okay, so I'm
She
just saying, if you keep training next time, you'll be able to pull yourself up and break free from the grapple.
fine. You roll a persuasion. Roll with disadvantage, Tara.
Oh shit!
No, with advantage.
No,
Oh
with
no, you have
Advantage. Wait,
disadvantage.
what?
She
Why?
is she is fervently against you guys right now.
Okay, but I'm taking guidance.
first,
Fine.
I would like to give her this help. It's where I don't do anything to help, and it gives her double disadvantage.
That's not a thing.
It is now.
22.
22.
She's. You look like she kind of looks at you like she's about ready to say some very kind words. You know, some things that should be bleeped out in front of a child like Ginkgo.
We get it.
But she kind of takes pause and is like, "You what? Sure, sure, I'll join. Yes, sounds wonderful."
That's the attitude. Very good. Okay, by the way, Kala, did you actually bonk him on the head?
No.
Because when you type shit in, you actually this like consequence like if you type it in, it's gonna happen. So I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
First,
Mhm.
I mean, if you wanted to, I can do.
No, that's
Like,
your character. That's if you do it, then you do it. There is no if I want to.
Yeah.
It will be perfect introduction.
Okay, but hold on.
Just
Wait,
what
Fables
the fuck?
said something.
Alright, so this is after she's put down and she begrudgingly agrees, which I don't actually think she's fully agreeing. Honey's just gonna gently put her hand on her shoulder and say, "If things are really bad, I'll get us out of there, okay?"
She kind of
She
looks at you
said,
and nods, like, sure.
I am trying to make sure that you survive for your own good. I know that our methods might not be the greatest, the kindest to you, but you went out of your own comfort zone towards the mountains to explore these massive, high peaks and try to find something more. You
Trust me.
cannot do that just by staying in comfort and wheezing for breath when you walk upstairs the stairs.
I don't. Again, are you calling me fat or just out of
No, we're calling
shape?
you
No,
weak and out of shape.
I am
I'm calling you out of
neither.
shape, not fat.
I am
Okay,
neither
so
of those things.
All
okay,
right.
listen here. I understand what you're trying to say, but however you look at it, at the end of the day, this is just only going to be beneficial for you. There's literally no downsides of exercising.
Want to make 2 rounds around the camp and show us how not out of shape you are?
2 rounds of what?
Laps, I
Running.
think she means.
Running.
Fine. She just.
Okay, no, no, no. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna like stimulate the real thing. So I'm gonna chase you
What?
with my axe,
What?
and I kind of like pull out my axe and go run.
Sh-
I'll start fucking
ah!
chasing her.
Just starts running.
I'll catch it up. You better don't make me catch
Ah,
up.
ah, ah.
You don't want to happen.
He just starts running on all fours like a cat.
And I'll actually pick up speed, and I'll actually kind of like lean forward a bit, so it kind of you can only see the skull now, not the head part. So it's actually looking like an animal is charging at her.
It's like just looks over his shoulder and goes. "Ah!" Just
Oh, you red cat was supposed to.
and she
This
just
is what happens when Clay's not around. Okay.
like bolts up a tree.
I'll actually charge into the tree. Fuck it.
Just holds on. And you just kind of just like start tormenting her with the bum. Yosuke, who's
Last
just
time,
kind of watching all this dumbfounded, just kind of pats you on the shoulder and just like, good luck, good luck, man.
I,
You're gonna need it.
can, can I be just like eating popcorn? Some nuts or something?
Sure, yeah. Uh, the
Oh man.
as he kind of pats you on the shoulder, Yosuke's just gonna leave. So, Max, if you want to
So,
introduce your character.
hi, I'm Yumi, the poet.
Yes. Hi, I am Nyantaro. I'm a good friend of Yosuke,
Oh,
and
really? How good?
well, good enough.
Does he talk about me?
All
It's
the
fucking
time.
good enough. That explains everything.
Yes, he talks about you all the time. Only
All right.
good things, of course.
Inside check. Inside check.
Yep, definitely inside check.
Yeah. Nyanja, roll a reception check.
Alright.
Yeah, because Yosuke would not be saying good things.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no,
I mean,
you have to.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me.
That's 13. God damn it,
Actually,
why
how
did I
does
say?
this work? I never
oh,
used Foundry.
you click on the word deception, and it'll roll. Just click on the
And
word.
you have to choose normal.
Yeah, and click normal for the option.
Where do I click
Uh,
on the word?
Okay,
it's
open up your character
yeah.
sheet.
In
Open
your
up your character
character
sheet,
sheet.
and
Okay.
under attributes, it'll just be the left-hand box with all the different words.
All right.
Acrobatics, investigation, all that stuff.
Oh damn.
So yeah, just find deception. It's alphabetized, so it makes it a little bit easier. So a 20. Okay. Yumi, you believe him. I mean, he seems to be telling the truth. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Princess Honey, Yeah, you
Mhm.
can tell he's bullshitting. Yeah,
All
Yosuke
right.
has not just said good things about Yumi.
Nice to know that he had fond memories of our time together.
Where was it? Sorry.
So, what can you do for us, or how can you help?
Well, I mean, I can stab things. That's one thing. It's basically what I do. Stab.
And you know the mountains?
Yes, quite a bit.
All right,
I've been
cool.
through here.
So, this is honey of bees, and I'm pointing towards the tabaxicat that looks honey colored and everything. Someone please post this picture.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he didn't
oh
see the
yes,
pictures
oh
yet.
yeah, that's right. I guys, yeah,
Picture
share those.
time!
Picture time again. Okay.
It's
S
unsure if she's actually a cat or a bee that was turned into a cat at this point. No one knows
both.
the lore, not even me.
Julian.
All
All right,
right.
all right.
And the thing is that she's having a constant black face, you know.
What the fuck?
This this here is
Excuse
Yumi.
me?
Constant blip face, sticking your tongue out. Blip.
Okay.
Oh, I heard a completely different word. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
Tara's accent made it
yeah,
sound worse than what
way
it
more
was.
bad.
What the hell did
Holy
you
shit.
hear?
Blackface.
Blep! I heard blep!
Sorry,
I
Tara.
said blep!
No, I know. It's just her
Oh
I'm
I'm
so
accent
really
made
racist!
confused.
It's okay. It's
her,
okay. Moving
your
on.
accent made me hear something else, but I swear I didn't mean anything bad. I was like, "Excuse me." I know why she didn't say that. She wouldn't
No, I
say
didn't say
that.
that.
I
No,
know, I
blep!
know, I know, I know, I
Ooh.
know. I'm
That's why
not
we were
blaming
My
so
you or
god!
confused. Oh
anything.
my god.
I'm not blaming you. I
No!
swear. I swear. You're fine.
And that man chasing, and we're just. Oh, okay, he ran into the tree. That's Kev. He's.
I think at this point I would just be coming back with her on like over my shoulder.
Actually,
Where do
she's
I?
still clinging to the tree right now.
Okay, well I'm gonna get. Okay, you better get down, or else I'm gonna make you come down.
You're a
Okay,
madman.
I'm counting to three. One,
Mm-mm.
two,
Mm-mm.
three.
Kev, don't do
Okay, well
that.
you wait, hold up. I need to deal with this. Okay, you kind of asked for this. Like he kind of takes his axe and starts swinging at the tree.
Ah! Ah!
With it, he's literally just jumping down the tree at this point.
As you kind
You
of like
made me.
take, as you take like your third swing on the tree, she just like you hear her screaming as she like loses her grip and starts falling.
I'll try to catch her.
Roll me.
But actually, how far up is she?
uh,
Because she could get that up that far,
she's
right?
about 20 feet up.
20 feet. Alright, sure.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, I'm at like 8 feet, so she doesn't really have to fall that far.
Okay. So, yeah. So I guess just roll me just a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Wait.
What can I use athletics instead?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. 26.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to catch her without losing your grip on her. So
Well, there
yeah.
we go.
So you just caught a cat falling from a tree.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a
Hey,
hero.
even like her like like her knees are scrunched up and her arms are kind of bent up with her hands kind of arched forward, kind of going.
No, I'm just gonna like carry you back. There you go. Good training. Well done. That
she's
that climb was very impressive.
she just lays there shaking.
I'm just gonna like bring this mess back to the party. Like, hey guys, what's happening here?
So this is I forgot the name. Niantaro. Did you really name yourself Niantaro? Like
Oh,
Nia
he
Nia?
named himself
Yeah,
Nyantaro.
Nyantaro.
Yes.
I,
Yes,
I
I
don't.
did.
This fucking guy right here.
Really?
Here, I'll even post it in the chat for you so
I
you
have
can see.
I have a name of Yumi, which essentially is a bone, and even I'm like really. All right then. Okay.
So, did you
This is
see?
Niantaro, and he's gonna guide us through the mountains, or gonna help. Oh,
I
another
think
Sebastian.
still think that's kind of insult towards me because they don't trust my amazing mountaineering abilities.
Oh, they trust is fine, but it never hurts to have another help, you know? And I'm sure that our employer would appreciate it. Look, handsome tabaxi.
I mean,
Which one?
you know, feel free to walk ahead before something down somewhere or something. Uh, good for me, not so good for you.
Well, maybe I can find the right place to scratch you so you purr.
Oh god, there's two of them.
Well, actually, no, there's three of you because you see, I'm holding one, then there's one here, and then you.
Yep,
I
we have a
understand you might not be as, well versed in arithmetics as me, but,
we have a
when
counter.
you can count on your fingers, you see, like, one, two, three, boom, see, there's three of you here, so it's fine. I
Yeah,
understand you don't understand.
we have a counter of cats.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
goodness gracious.
Uh, Should have gone for very human. Uh, mm.
So yeah. Um,
And that's everyone for now, essentially.
yeah.
Don't mind me,
I
I'm just a
uh,
poet.
I nod and well, say pleased to meet you. Yes, to everyone into the round.
Yeah, sure.
It's I'm nice like that.
It's like that.
So, so while this is going on, while all this chaos and stuff is happening, Mavis, what would you be doing?
Mavis would appear from nearly out of nowhere and bonk Geff with her stuff on the head.
Okay. So yeah.
I
So
think
yeah.
it would kind of like when you're hitting bone, kind of like an empty tree, just clink.
So a hollow sound.
Yeah,
Hey,
kind of like
Gav, someone hit you on the head.
really. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll put you down, chief. There you go. Puts down the cat lady. Pats her on the head. Good job. And I'll turn around, kind of like looking around, like, okay, who did it? Who done did it?
I'm just gonna
I'm
Not,
go
not,
to
down
not, not.
here, you skullhead.
I'm just gonna go to Chi and just pat her and just like there.
Oh shit! Oh,
Okay.
oh shit! There
Oh
was
girl.
someone down there. Oh, hello. Yes, how can I help you?
How dare you? Scaring that cat lady, chasing her through all the camp, and then hitting a tree. Don't you have any respect, like,
Excuse me,
before
there's a
any kind of
tabaxi.
life?
Well, I
Excuse
mean,
me, racist, there's a tabaxi.
okay, well, it's a cat person. Jeez, calm down. Okay, well, first of all, I was not chasing her, I was training her. That was a cardio exercise, and as you can see, she was very well versed in it. As she climbed a tree, and then, you probably didn't see it because you were very far, but she was doing push ups on a tree, and I was like, you know what? It seems too easy for you. Let me take my axe and kind of like, shake the tree a bit. So, I shook the tree, and sadly, because she does not train well enough, she kind of like shook a bit and then fell down the tree, so I caught
God,
her.
Cass, roll me a deception check.
Here.
Oh my god.
That's not a deception.
Ooh.
That's not a deception. That's how he sees it.
I
Well,
guess.
no, he knows he's bullshitting out of his mind.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. Mavis, roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
You're okay. So Mavis, you're not entirely sure if he's bullshitting you or if this is what he actually believes.
I mean, that was pretty convincing. Come on.
Convince me.
You see her? She believes it.
Hey, you're a being of chaos there. Of
So,
course it convinced you.
so Mavis could still be upset about this, even if with this knowledge. So, it's just yeah.
Right? No,
Mavis,
no.
still being upset about it, turns to the cat lady that was chased by that knucklehead and asking her, "Is that what he says true?"
She guys
She
like she's
she awakes from
just
the shock.
she's just rolling back and forth. She looks at you, like her head down.
She's
Yes, it
completely
is.
fine. You see, you don't really understand, but she's speaking the cat voice now. So what she said was, "Yes, thank you. That was very refreshing. and I feel refreshed now and very strong. So I'm gonna do my ritual of rocking back and forth now to regain my stamina.
She even agreed to the training. I'm surprised that she's reacting to it like this.
Yeah, I do it
I
to all
was
time. And
lying. I
see,
never
she
Why
was
would you
wanted
lie
to
to
do
me?
it.
Why would you lie to me? We're here for your friends. We're
Because
trying to help you.
you are not my friends. I am your employee.
oh,
I am your boss. You are my employees. I've hired you for a job to get me.
And that job is to protect you and
Yes.
to help you survive better.
No.
see now you know what happens when an animal
To get
chases you. You
to
run
get me
after
this.
three.
Say you, beast man. No.
Where? Why would you do that? Why would you say that to my good chef here? He was making such a good stew. When you call him Beast Man,
Not
what the hell's wrong with you? I thought you were better than this.
not him. You big
Wow, we're
lummox.
employed by a racist. God damn it.
You giant
Ah,
oaf.
where?
You.
I'm
Look.
not giant.
Ah.
I'm half giant. What the? Are you appropriating right now?
Oh my god, Jeff.
Look. I did not want to take part in any type of training, but you would not let up. So I lied and said I would do it. I was
Okay, so
gonna.
that means tomorrow we'll continue on. Very good.
No. No. I'm out. I'm out. You know what? You know what? Fine. I don't have to go to the mountains. Forget
Oh,
it. Forget it.
you don't.
Nope. And you all
What
are not
about
getting
the
paid.
cool?
You are not getting
What
paid
about?
at
What
all.
about the cool ancient civilization?
Hmm.
Though?
Chi, do you
Mavis
understand?
bonking Gaff again with her stuff.
Chi,
He's
do
not
you,
really reacting because he's blocking the skull.
Chi, do you understand that the mountains are a very dangerous place?
I know. That is why I hired you all. To protect
But just
me.
I
But
mean,
just
so far so
because we
good.
know how to protect you doesn't mean that we will be able to always protect you at all times. You also have to be in physical good shape.
I am fine. I have come with precautionary things just in case to get me away.
Oh, you should have said that at the beginning. Oh, well,
She kind of
oh,
just crawls over and grabs her bag and reaches into it, and you see just she has slipped on some rings. I got these. Get me out of danger if I need to.
what wedding rings?
No magical
What are you
rings, you
be like?
idiot!
Yes, yes, monster. I will take you as a husband. Come here.
Oh my
Just
god.
like, just like picks up a rock and just chucks it at your chest. No,
Like ping pong's off.
these
And this part, Kev, shut up, please. This is
Okay.
something you should have told us.
Why would I tell mercenaries like you that I have magic rings?
Because then we wouldn't have to train you.
You shouldn't have to train me in the first place.
Okay,
And how will
Ginkgo
we know
is
that?
training good.
Ginkgo's still just like clinging to Honey, just crying.
See, she completely agreed. Fuck it up, this is not going well.
You can never rely on Ginkgo to do anything, right?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Trying to turn
Whoa.
everything into an excuse to get rid of her, Terra. Jesus.
The child is not going
How do you
anywhere.
need her?
You're
Too far, you mean? What
grounded.
the
She
fuck?
can't
Too
do anything
far.
right.
You're
What
grounded,
the fuck?
Terra.
Yo, wait, hold up. Okay, wait. Okay, lady, stop bonking me. Give me that stick real quick, and I'll just kind of like take the stick from Maeve, go up to Yumi, start bonking her like, shoo, bad.
There
No.
are dangers in the
No, I
mountain.
don't give you my stuff. That's not a fucking. I'm sorry.
There
Okay, oh
are
really?
dangers.
That's not a stick.
There are dangers in the mountains you might not expect. You should have the rings on you at all times. Plus, if you tell us what you are capable of, we will be less worried. For a time there, you might have been taken by these people without knowing who they are. Weren't you scared?
Oh, a little bit, but I mean,
We weren't there to protect you because we were trying to make sure that there is no danger to hurt you. Meanwhile, someone snuck around us and got you out.
Kind of not selling us right now. There's kind of like a problem here. You should probably stop talking about that.
I mean, we are trying to make sure that you are alright. Is an employer or a friend?
I
I
am.
was considering you a friend. I'm actually quite hurt that you don't consider us a friends.
I just
Where?
met you a few days ago, and for what I've seen, I would not want you as friends.
Wow, okay, no, that's too far. What the fuck?
Well, okay, I'm not cooking for you anymore.
Fine with
Oh!
me.
Oh!
She
Oh,
just
by the
kind
way, while this is happening, I'm totally trying to take the stick away from Maeve.
she's okay. Roll contested dexterity checks from you both.
Wait,
I'm
what? My
just
dexterity? What the fuck? Hello?
We'll see if you get fast enough to grab it from her.
Bitch! Okay, then instead of grabbing the stick, I'll first grab her and then grab the stick. Fuck you.
Okay, contested dexterity. See if you're fast enough to grab her.
What the fuck do you mean? That's not how that works.
why is this de-escalating so fast?
As
Do I do a saving throw?
no, just click on the DEX
Yeah. It
and
15.
it asks me ability check or saving throw.
oh, it did. Oh, just a ability
Ability
check.
check.
Fuck you.
You guys have the same dex mod.
Wait,
Yep.
what are you doing, you giant skull head? Let me go!
I'm borrowing your bonking stick for a moment here. Give me a second. I kind of have to.
No!
And I'll walk like
That's not a
she's she's on my shoulder.
Let me
I'm kind of like walking towards Yumi. Kind of like, okay, Yumi, this is for. Kind of like take the stick, bonk her like 3 times on the head. Like, okay, you don't talk about Ginkgo like that. And then I'll give the stick back to Maeve and go like, okay, oh yeah, she'll probably let you down too. There you go. Boop. There you go.
I was
She's
out
hit,
of character.
she's hitting
Bump me
his
fast.
face with this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
She's completely not reacting. Once again, you're hitting
Oh.
just the fucking skull part.
So wait, what were you saying, Tara?
That was out of character. I wasn't saying that to, about Ginkgo in character.
Oh, okay. That was just okay.
I'll bonk her anyways, whatever. She probably deserved it at one point.
What? Just
my
bonk,
lord.
no horny. Bonk, bonk.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch down in front of Chi and get serious, and I will try to also, yeah, I will cast.
Uh-oh.
Wait, can I do something with? Oh yeah, I'm gonna cast dancing lights around me. These red menacing dancing lights that will look like a bit of a fire, and essentially, it will. I'm gonna try to create a aura of danger. When you hire mercenaries to be your bodyguards, you should make sure that you actually follow the advice of the bodyguards. Because they are here and they are vested interest in making you safe.
She's just
Do
gonna
you understand?
she's just gonna stand up and kind of brush herself off. It's like, yeah, go ahead and roll me an intimidation check.
What about my bunk?
25. Okay.
That's almost the best I can do,
Yeah.
really.
She's like, yes, I get it. Look, I know what you mercenaries care about. You care about the money at the end.
Not really. I care about the mountain.
Right now, I care about your safety, not about the money.
All
So
the-
why
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you join us on the morning routine, at least partly, so you keep up?
and why don't you just mind your own business? I don't. I will not be intimidated into stuff.
All right, you're fired.
Wait, what?
What? I'm the
She's
one
on
that
board.
hired you. I fire you.
Firing you. I'm firing you as a client.
I'm firing you as an employee.
Too
Okay,
late.
but kind of like,
I did it
Okay.
first.
like, can we like still go to the mountain though?
Yeah, we're going to the mountain, but without her.
War.
Because I don't like her.
Okay. How about this? You don't go with her. You don't go with her to the mountain, but she comes with me and everyone else.
I'm not going with her. I don't want her around us
Why?
because she's endangering us.
But she has some good
How?
information.
How am I endangering you?
By
I don't
not
know.
following by not following suggestions of your bodyguards.
Just because I don't want to take part in your stupid training routine in the morning? Seriously?
Okay, that kind of hurt though. Oh, oh,
Look,
I planned it for so well though.
you have your
We have,
routine.
honey.
You have your routine in the morning. I have mine. Okay? Look,
No,
I am very much prepared for the dangers of the mountain. I taking it on alone? That'd be foolish. That'd be idiotic. That's why I hired bodyguards. Muscle to take care of threats. But I have contingencies in case if things get out of hand, in case of the unforeseen happen. That's what big brains like me do.
Big brain, what?
I haven't seen any big brain so far, only the small brain.
Wouldn't your brain be smaller than like I don't know me because you know your head is smaller, so you can't really put a bigger brain in there.
She begins this kind of like uh muttering, like just speaking in like tongues to you, like just shifting from language to language to language.
Was any of that dwarvish, giant, or primordial?
She did say dwarvish at a time. She was
Oh,
speaking
I
in dwarvish at
understood
a time.
that part.
Oh, good. So you do speak more than just basic language.
Well, I can speak common, I can speak dwarvish, I think I could speak with the giants, and then I can speak with the spirits.
Hmm.
Well, primordial spirits, you know, like, you know, the ancestor ones.
Ah. Well, that is a surprise.
Why?
Now, by big brain, I mean I know a lot of things. I know
Yes.
how to work a lot of things.
I mean, so do we, right? So,
And I know how to weave magic. So, I am good on the physical aspect. Okay? Because my mind is the most powerful thing I have. And I need it to be focused,
uh-huh.
not filled with adrenaline from being chased up a tree like a common cat.
Hmm.
So, Miss, she kind of looks you up and down, Bard or whatever you are, we don't have to like each other. We don't have to be friends or even enjoy each other's company. Let's, let's just get through this job. You can get paid. I can hopefully uncover what I'm searching for. And we can go about our business and part ways. Yes?
Oh,
Well, fine. For the rest of you all, I will add to your pay if we leave her behind.
I mean, we can't really leave her behind because she's part of the party, and she actually has quite a lot of useful things. But how about this? Maybe you just don't talk with each other, so you know we don't have these cat fights every other minute. That could be pretty good.
Fine with me. If you leave me alone when we don't aren't in mortal peril or anything that would require us to converse, be
Okay,
it,
that's actually a good question. What's mortal peril to you?
oh, I don't know, a giant beast bursting from the earth
No,
that
that's not really
ready to
mortal. Let's be honest.
that could swallow us whole in one gulp.
Nah, that's not okay. So we have to down put it down a bit for you. Okay, okay.
So,
I think we can do it.
as long as our lives aren't in danger, we don't have to talk.
Oh, but we can't take the cart up to the mountain, now can we?
No, you can't. I checked out
Hmm.
your cart. It didn't come with any type of mountain traversing fortifications to it or any shifting in its form.
You have those things?
Oh,
Oh.
don't worry. I got us some wolf saddlebags.
I mean, back in my village, we just use sleds.
Hmm.
That's part of why I wanted to have at least some physical training for her because we don't know if she can keep up with Kev.
I mean, I could just carry the heavy shit and stuff and you guys just follow. That shouldn't be a problem.
I have acquired us some wolf saddlebags.
I mean, yeah, they can also carry, but they probably, if you put too much things on them, they will get tired.
Katyusha and Sakura could handle some of the things. I'm not saying that everything she can handle and to carry, but it's
Well, she
partly.
should carry her bedroll, her backpack, and her tent.
She's gonna just
Everything else I can carry, I think.
she's just gonna sling her bag over her shoulder. It's like everything important to me I need for this journey is right in here. She's
But
gonna
kind of look, does she have a bedroll or tent up there?
doesn't look like it. It's just like a normal size like saddlebag.
So, where are you sleeping?
Right, lummoxes. She opens up the flap of the bag and reaches inside. Reaches her arm deep down, deeper than the bag should go, and she pulls out a bedroll.
Ooh, where's
She
the tent?
puts the bedroll away and reaches in and starts pulling out a folded up tent. And then
Yo, that's cool as shit. What is that?
this here is something that I got from my professor as a gift for my thesis being accepted by the board. It's a magical bag that can hold many things, more than what its
Whoa.
size shows. The space inside is a lot bigger than what is outside.
Oh, well, that's very useful, actually. God damn. Okay, well, let's get everything we need to get. Let's pack up and then we can move out. Come on, cat person number three. Show, kind of like think of what you need. I know what I need, but like you should probably help the others kind of like pack up for this mountain, and then we can be on our way. Also, can somebody stop this small woman from constantly hitting me with the stick? That would be kind of nice.
This is not a stick, you
Okay,
dumb
sorry.
gnat.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's not a stick. It's a thing.
It's
Got him. Dad.
she goes over and examines it. It's clearly an arcane staff of focusing. Let me guess, used for focusing your magic through. Yes.
Mavis stops to hit Gaff for a moment and looks at the tabaxi lady and answering, yes. And
Fascinating.
also,
Isn't isn't staff just a fancy word for a stick?
There's a difference between a common stick used for beating things and an arcane's focus.
Okay, if I took the focus off her staff and put it on a stick, would it be the same thing?
No, it would not.
Really?
The
Mm,
focus is built in and infused with the rest of the material. It's
I don't
one.
know what.
It's one conjoined item now.
Oh, you guys do things differently here. Back in my village, the rune crafters could literally just take something, put it on a stick, boom. The stick suddenly would become a stick of lightning, and you would hit something with the stick, and boom, the lightning rune would explode. You know, the rune would be gone, but you still have a really cool stick for a while.
Well, that's
Did you say rune crafters?
Yeah. Well,
The
technically, the
same thing
rune
that was on the
weavers, but
armor?
yeah, well, not exactly like that. Seems like they use a different dialect here, but yeah, similar.
Interesting.
Well, that's maybe when I go up there. One of the things I'm gonna ask from the good to go lawyers totally are up there for sure. Probably gonna. Well, I have to ask a lot of things, but one of those things will probably be to see how the rune crafters work because it seems like they work a bit differently here. Basically, if you think of the runes, imagine them being like these little consumable things, like like rations. You put a rune on something, and then you imbue it with power, right? And once you use the power up, it's just gone. So it's kind of like if you use it, it's gone.
It sounds like it's an enchantment, kind of,
Will you
but
please stop attacking my friend?
Well, it's like an enchantment, but like once.
Whoever you
yeah,
are,
sometimes uses.
Oh, is she still going? I'm kind of look down like, oh, yep, she's still going. Yep, yep.
will you please stop attacking my friend?
When
He
she's
started
attacking,
it, and also he continues on and on and on, being disrespectful, not only towards me, but as well as towards that tabaxi lady.
I'll just once again try to pick her up, like under the shoulders, like you pick up little children. I'll kind of like pick her up, go up, like,
F,
are
drop
you
it.
trying to wait?
Drop it.
Wait. Are you trying to attack me or something?
Kev,
Yeah,
drop
like,
it.
I don't want to drop
Drop
it. She
her.
might get hurt. I mean, she get hurt.
Let
Put her down.
me go. You stinking from the mouth.
I don't. I washed it this morning with. Wait, actually.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
She just
I
kind of
didn't
like
wash it. You're
First,
right.
just kind of points.
first,
Oh,
the lady, Tabaxi, as you call her, the chief, the liar, first agreed to the training, then she said that she lied.
Well, I can see why she first agreed to it, as you two always pressuring her to do it. You don't leave her any choice. And now
Did she?
let me go.
I mean, I would, but what are you gonna do about it?
Let her go.
Okay, just drops her. It's not that big of a fall. You should be fine. Land on your feet,
she
probably.
she will go to help Mavis up. Say, I am so sorry for them. You know.
No, I'm gonna help her up. Sorry, I'm gonna put in. I'm there. I'm gonna help her up.
It's a
Okay.
race.
Listen, listen, whoever you are. We are trying to make sure that she is protected, and part of it is suggesting actions. If she says no, we can respect that, but I would like to offer first all reasoning why it's yes. Good idea. Is it a bad idea?
What?
Well, she said already she does not want to, that she has taken precautions. Why not leave it at that?
Because she didn't actually tell us that she made precautions. Or
But
what those
she did it
precautions are.
now.
She did it now, and that's where we stopped. So what's your problem?
My problem is
Yes, you are a
this
problem.
big nuthead showing towards Geff with her stuff.
What? Oh, you're offering me the
Please
stick.
stop.
Thank you. And I'll try to
Please
take the
stop
stick again.
attacking
No!
him.
Hey, give me back my stuff!
Oh, you weren't that. Oh, why did you give it to me then? What the fuck?
I didn't give it to you!
You literally just offered it to me just now.
No, I
Please stop
didn't!
it. Please stop it, both of you.
How can someone be so dumb? Give me back my stuff!
Okay, there you go. Wow. You people are weird around here. I swear. Back at our place, people don't usually offer this sticks to anyone. Well, except if it's a dog. But I don't think you're a dog. You're
Do
on,
you
right?
want something? Whoever you
I'm
are.
certainly not a dog.
Oh, cool.
Do you want something? Whoever you are.
Well, first off, my name is Mavis. Second off, well, actually, yes, you said you're going to travel to the mountains.
Yep.
Yes,
Out there.
Mavis.
Hmm.
Well, I was glad to answer your questions.
Okay, out of character, I don't know
Mhm.
what to
Um.
ask.
Okay. So with that,
I'm sorry, I am quite angry at Chick right now.
yeah. Chinoichi will just kind of like come up to you, Mavis, and be like, Mavis, was it? Yes? Hmm? Um, question. Would you like to accompany me into the mountains?
Maybe it's looking at Tabaxi lady and overthinking it just for a brief second and asking, well,
Oh,
it
I got an idea. I'm
depends.
gonna I'm gonna touch. Wait, do I have to touch? Yes, I do. I will touch the tabaxi lady, and I'm gonna cast invisibility on her.
Oh my lord.
What the fuck? Why? What is the logical reasoning here, please?
Cars, we might have to bring Clay back.
Is there a saving throw if they're not willing?
Nope.
Does it say they have to be willing?
I will have to, cast a spell to just see,
I
but
think
I
it
don't
was
think so.
willing, right?
Okay.
A creature you touch.
Let's see. A creature you touch becomes visible to anything the
Oh,
target is
true. Okay,
wearing.
then.
Okay, yeah.
That creature becomes invisible. I
Yeah.
just made
What?
her invisible.
So, it's like, so yeah, you just see her just vanish like as she's still talking. It's like
Oh,
uh so
Alright,
we're gonna be heading well, I plan to be heading deeper into the mountains, trying to uncover lost civilizations and artifacts of the sort. So, if you if you want to head there too, we could use someone of your gifts.
How do you know what kind of gifts she has?
Oh, clearly she's some type of healer. She
wait,
got
wait, wait.
hmm?
How could you tell that?
Well, she kind of will point to like the staff. The make and model of this staff here. I've seen it before a few times. It's not a common design, so that's what makes it stand out even more. It's used by a set of mages, those with a predilection for healing.
Well, we could use another healer, that's for sure. Hmm. Okay, tiny lady, when it comes to healing, how good are you at it? Like,
I
from
can
1
heal
to
him.
10. Like, let's say I fall down, like, ouch, owie, I have broken my leg. What would you do? This is now an interview.
If you are interested in following and coming along with us, I would be happy to have you along. If you can agree not to attack our big oaf, and if you could perhaps also agree with, some physical conditioning. After all, we are going to the mountains. I do I have to remind everyone that it's a dangerous mountain full of cliffs and everything, and ice.
What, you didn't. Jesus is gonna look like. What, you didn't buy warm clothing for the trip?
I don't really need to.
Of course I did, because I prepared it ahead.
Wasn't good. What's the problem?
Because you didn't mention that you prepared ahead.
What kind
I
of
mean,
archaeologist would not prepare ahead for an excavation?
The
not an
airheaded
archaeologist.
tabaxi we met.
You know what? Wait, she's just kind of like. She's kind of looking at herself and she's like, what the? All of a sudden, you just feel a slap across your face. Did you make me invisible?
What?
Not your face, Yumi's.
No, that's why I think that's why he says
So,
what, because he hears a slap but he doesn't
yeah.
really see anything.
Well, then you see
What
just
the fuck?
her turn invisible again. It is an
Nope,
attack.
nope, nope.
No?
Don't break the spell. Don't break the spell.
Don't break. Oh, It is an
I mean, it's a
attack.
bit too late.
Fuck you. Don't do it.
Okay, okay, fine.
Oh
I'll
my
let.
god.
It's like, okay, since she isn't really doing damage, it's not an attack.
Jesus
So, it's
Christ,
like,
girl.
it's like, it's like, oh,
What? You don't like it? We're protecting you.
What? Is this syllable? What the fuck? Okay, both of you.
You know what? Fine.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of shout over to the other cat, not princess, but to Nyantaro.
Paru.
It's gonna, Nyantaro, was it?
Yes.
Hello.
What can I do? Hello.
You are gonna be our guide, correct?
Yes, I am the guide.
Oh, good, good.
And I suggest we get moving.
Oh shit, okay,
You're
let me get my
talking to
stuff.
the empty air.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's talking with the employer, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I said that to the group. That's been arguing for quite a while now. I'm
Okay,
looking into the round as I say we should get moving.
I was hoping there would be more like, who's talking?
okay, wait, tiny lady, do
He,
you have everything with you to go to the mountain?
he was there when you made her invisible, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask if I should make an insight check or something that I
I mean, he can
understand what's
still
happening,
hear
but
her, just because she's invisible doesn't mean she
but
can't see.
I saw her touch
Yeah.
her and she did go invisible, kind of
Hmm.
self-explanatory, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like she was trying to. Terry didn't say anything that she was wanting to kind of sneakily do it. She just like, can I touch her? You okay? Yeah, sure. Boom. You still have to utter your arcane words and whatnot,
Yep.
but and your hand signs. But yeah,
I just wanted to make it more difficult for her to be, heard or understood or even get food.
What?
she could still
You
just she
evil
could just
bitch.
what she could just yeet, just grab stuff. Just make it
Yep,
float.
I know.
So, I mean, it's not stopping her. I mean, true, and honestly, if she wanted to, she could break this all easily just by casting a spell.
I don't understand anything going on anymore.
It's
It's
chaos.
still
It's
funny.
chaos.
It's still funny.
Okay, come
Yeah,
on,
true.
Ginkgo, off we go. We need to pack our stuff, and then we're gonna go into the mountains. Yeah, mountain time.
Mountains.
Mountain, mountain, mountain.
So, Mavis, did you say yes or no?
Well, I would like to say yes, but the truth is, I am not prepared to wander around the mountains. I don't have any
What's missing?
equipment.
Ah,
Um,
well, funnily enough, I do have some extra equipment that I can offer you.
Yeah, you can
uh,
just stay with the tent with you. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be thrilled about it.
I do have pairs of snowshoes and extra clothes, warm clothes if you want.
There you go.
And you seem to be similar size like me, so maybe they will fit you.
and what do you want for that?
Healing, preferably.
Be our support. Be with us and try to help as much as possible. One more person in dangerous area is never something to be scoffed at.
Hmm. Sounds fair, but what exactly are you trying to do in the mountains in the first place?
Well, if you didn't hear, we are trying to look for possibly lost civilization if it ever existed, and maybe find uh, his people. I
A
point towards
lost
Gav.
civilization?
Hmm, quite. Look at me. Do I look like I would lie to you?
Yes.
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 I didn't lie to you.
No.
No, the question was that you asked would it look like I would lie to you? Not did I, just would I? Yeah, you do.
Did I lie to you?
Yes. You hear a
Hmm.
voice of Clay in the background.
Clay out of the door. Yeah.
I joke, of course I joke.
Let me see. Did I lie to honey of bees? No.
Maybe.
Nothing I said was deception so far.
Or was it?
So far.
This
Your
whole
life is a
time?
lie.
Maybe legit
Yes,
this whole
possibly.
time it was the whole time it was a lie.
Did I lie
I
to
like-
Kev? Yes, I did. So he could say that I lied.
How dare you?
Your,
Not she.
My feelings.
your entire identity's a lie.
Shut up.
True.
Oh my.
Alright, back with the question.
Yeah.
Cheat invisible? Did I lie to you?
Why do you need to know that bad?
Hmm.
Okay, you mean
I'm
I don't
waiting
want to
for
be.
Cheat's
I don't
answer.
want to be mean.
Uh,
I'm waiting for Cheat's answer.
she's no longer there.
Ah,
She
Okay.
walked off.
okay, you mean I don't want to be mean, but you're kind of ruining my epic exploration of the mountain because the longer we talk, the less time we have to go to the mountain.
Honestly, I wanted her gone. And if
I
she's
don't know. I want to go to the mountain. Please, it's right there. He
you
just kind of
you
points the mountain.
you eventually just see like just like as you're kind of talking, just this bowl floating over. It's just and
Oh,
just the spoon just lifting out, and here's
oh.
some slurping. Just yeah, and it repeats.
Our Sunny's gonna try to explain what they're doing since these two are arguing and it's getting worse by the second.
Okay.
She goes up to Mavis and says, "Yes, we're looking for an ancient civilization in the mountains. However, the reason I'm going is because I believe that my bloodline, where my magic comes from, as well as other random individuals in the world, specifically come from one kingdom that I believe might be in the mountains. I want to look for evidence of it.
Fair point.
Hmm.
That's what I want to go. I'm not really sure why some of these ones want. Well, she points to Geth. He wants to go because he seems to really, really love the mountains. I think it's
No, no,
like this
no. There's
weird
a
thing
really
going.
cool. I'm almost 100% sure that there are other people like up there that look like me, and then I
See,
need to like we need to make like friendly relationship and stuff, and then we're gonna like trade shit, and it's gonna be really cool.
see, he wants to go because he friendship and or other reasons. And my colleague, and she's talking about she wants to study the ancient civilization too. Not the one I want to, but a different one. But to be honest, I think they're connected, but she won't admit it.
Fair point.
So
Hmm.
yes, that's the reason we're going. If you'd like to
Well,
join us, feel free to. You don't have to, but it would be nice to have someone
well,
that at least can do some form of help.
Right,
I
because I'm
mean,
totally useless.
I mean, you could not come, but that would be a total dick move.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice here. Why do you ruin it?
I'm not.
Jesus Christ.
Just trying to guilt trip.
Oh my god.
well, if you put it that point, looking at honey at bee of bees,
Mhm.
maybe we could have the same goal then.
Mhm.
All right, I will join you, but pointing with her stuff again at Gav, but keeping it close to her so he does not steal it away again. If he disrespects a life or nature itself again, I swear to God, I will stab him with my staff until he. Well, I don't know because it's actually not possible to stab someone to death with this, but
Oh no, it's
I
totally
will
can.
make him feel pain.
I mean, if you want to demonstrate, I can totally show you how can you do it.
Yeah.
I would
Like it's
prefer
so
if you
easy, you
didn't.
have no idea. Like humans, they fucking crumble under anything. You kind of take that spirit, put enough force in it, and that shit will just go through it. You know, the guts will come out, and so it's gonna be terrible. They're gonna be in so much pain, dude.
Please feel free to ignore him if you want. It's kind of hard to. I'm I'm trying my best. He doesn't make it easy.
I can see why.
Works all on enemies too.
It's not a good thing.
I mean,
Really
if I'm
not.
getting hit and they're not getting hit, it's kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Honey didn't go down in combat. Haha.
I, what?
Yeah, thank me later.
I don't want to. You're scary.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
point.
approach. I'm gonna
Well,
approach the the floating bowl, touch it gently, and change the content to alcohol.
Why? she's just
As,
she's just fucking out there just to
as,
spite her in every
so
way.
yeah, as you do get closer and try to touch the bowl, you see the bowl just kind of move away, like eh. It's like lifting it up and moving around. It's like yeah.
Do I need distance on this?
Uh,
Yes.
I what are you trying to cast? Prestidigitation?
No, this is the alchemist touch.
Oh yes, then yeah.
All right, cool.
It's like
Oh, Lord.
It's like back off, back off.
Fine,
You
fine.
you made me invisible. I'm gonna at least enjoy food.
Kind of
You
remind
don't
me
know what
when
I
my
do when I
younger
dream.
siblings would fight with each other. Only
Um,
less brutally, but still.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Miss
we're not
Mavis,
siblings. I don't like her.
I
I think
mean,
the feeling's mutual with you two.
uh,
Oh, goodness. Miss
I like my
Mavis, you...
siblings. I would like my siblings if I had any.
Oh, goodness. You said we have the same goal. What exactly are you looking for?
I am looking out for something. Well, it has something to do with my bloodline, but
another stick. Oh,
I
okay.
well, don't worry. I will support you as best as I can,
That did
glaring
not
at
give a lot
Geth.
of confidence, I'll be quite honest here.
Agreed.
As soon as you say that, like, Honey will just like have like the biggest smile on her face and like take out a book and be like, "Okay, tell me everything I need to know. Was your great grandfather in love with an angel?"
What the fuck?
Uh, uh n- no,
Was he
What?
in love with, with the demon?
uh, no.
Did
I
your
hope
grandfather
Was
no.
he
like to
in love with the
experiment?
dragon?
No,
Was he a
no.
bard?
Uh,
Yeah.
see, I don't know. That is
Was
why
he in love
I'm
with
in
the dragon?
search for information.
What
Was
kind
he
of
in love with the
information?
dragon?
I don't know it.
Oh, so
Well,
wait, when
have
you
you
said no, you mean that you don't know any of those stuff?
No.
All right,
have you tried remembering?
Oh my god.
doesn't work
I'm
like
just saying
that.
it could be quite beneficial if you kind of just remember.
Death
What?
doesn't work like that.
So it does for me.
Is
Can
I'm
there
like,
any
oh
I
shit, I
please
forgot
hit
something.
him? Please?
I mean, you can go
Death,
ahead.
please.
is
What?
there any is there anything you remember of when you got your powers? Like there was a storm or like a weird dream you had or one day there's a big accident and you felt like you had to do something?
Uh, no, it was just, well, one day I just had that.
Hmm.
Yeah. I, well, back in my home, I found the diary of my mother.
Oh,
And, well, I found traces, at least that she fought, that I could find answers in this region. So I came here to search for answers. I don't know more.
where do
Well,
you come from?
do you have any sort of lead where you should go?
Well, my first lead was in the. Okay, Yukizato is a city?
Yes. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
capital of Fujitora.
I
Oh,
hope you didn't use spells there. They're very sensitive about using spells.
well, I found out
Oh,
I see. Alright, so what's your next need?
My next lead would be in Daira, so it would save me a lot of time if I would just go through the mountains there.
Did you say Daira?
Yes.
Sorry, where is Daira? Oh, I see. That doesn't work through mountains.
doesn't work for mountains.
Well, if
True,
you
true.
look, it's here, this way.
No, 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 no. You asked me for the next lead. Since she didn't reach that point because of the Magisters, she will not try it again alone.
But going to Yukizato is essentially from here going there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but since Honey of Bees mentioned there could be an old civilization that could have possibly also the answer from where her powers comes, she will look out for that as well. And if not, go to Daira.
Alright.
Be kind on the new player, please, Sarah.
I'm just trying to. I'm not trying to poke a holes in the story. I'm trying to, possibly change the story if it's the wrong way.
The wrong way. Oh.
Well, we'll be happy to have you. Because,
Or are we?
If,
by the way, by the
if there
way,
is
honey,
something disturbing you guys, let me know, please. I'm struggling right now.
what?
You're
What was that?
fine.
What?
By the way, honey, I have found two staffs, and I was
Mm-hmm.
wondering if you want to take one of those.
Sure. Whatever one you want me to have, I'd be more than happy to have.
Oh no, it doesn't work like that. I'm your poet. You should choose.
Ooh.
What?
Oh.
She was gonna chime up. Well, we do have a guide now. Why don't we ask him on the path we should take? Hmm? So,
That is a
Mr.
great idea.
Oh,
I don't see you. I don't hear you.
you just feel like someone just kind of step on your foot.
Oh my lord.
Hmm. So, Mr. Nyantaro, was it yes?
Yes.
Ah,
I point in a direction and say we should go this way.
good. Then let us go.
Before we do that, as I was asking my friend and colleague here, Honey, would you like one of the staves?
Sure.
Which one would you like?
Mhm. I mean, like, I'm not non-combatant, so anything that helps me with either protecting myself and the other, since that's what I'm gonna do now.
All right. So, do you want to staff of healing?
I don't think sorcerers can use that, can they?
Nope.
No, she
Further?
can't use healing.
Shit.
There's a
All right.
class restriction, sadly.
All right. I will pass along the staff of defense,
Okay. Thank you very
and maybe
much.
you can use this. And I'm gonna pass along the staff of healing towards Mavis.
Mavis first looks suspiciously at the staff,
This is
looking
called a
back
staff of
at.
healing.
Hmm.
You can use it as a weapon, as a focus, or you can use it to cure wounds or lesser restoration. This is not something suspicious. Nothing to be worried about.
Why
Well,
would
when you
you?
put it like that.
Why would you give it to me? I am a complete stranger.
Well, want it or not, we're gonna have to work together now, so.
Because I am your poet. And
Hmm.
if you can't trust your healer, who can you trust? And I trust you.
No.
No. Huh.
All
A
right.
little bit convinced about her words, she takes the staff and says, "Thank you."
Okay. So staff of healing to Mavis, and and the staff of defense to Honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey, honey. Dum, 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 dum.
okay. So
There once was a healer, maybe's her name, helping along the folks she found along her way.
No.
Not
all right.
liking the big oaf, who often got hit.
Don't believe her. It's a
Unfortunately, she
trap.
will warm to his little old charm.
It's a trap.
Little, wait, what?
All right.
Well, it's not a big old charm, it's a little old charm.
Hey!
There, there you go. The items are in your inventory, and you'll just have to attune to them.
I'm gonna say this,
Which,
if she's gonna annoy me more, I'm gonna use suggestion on her.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
on who?
You're just trying to kill us, huh?
You can guess
Oh,
who.
on Chi.
You're the one
Mm-hmm.
starting argument with her. Wait,
True.
what?
No, I didn't, and I
Yes,
didn't
you
lie to
did.
her.
Oh my god. Okay, let's just pretend the baby didn't start the fight. Why not? Okay.
We
She
did
lied to
start
me.
the fire.
Yes, yes. I
She
wish
lied to
Clay
me.
was here right now.
You say that every time, but yet you don't do it.
He's actually doing something important, like actually important.
How
Not
dare you?
yeah,
Mountain exploring
I
is so
went
fucking
there.
important.
I went there. This mountain is poop.
The mountain exploring is the best part of the campaign. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna say that I hate that we lost so many people because you know the my character's motivation was tied to a lot like Clay and Yumi. I mean Yoru and
New motivations.
First, the mountain killed the players. I knew it was cursed.
Yes, very good.
Oh, man. I agree with Tara. I kind of don't like the fact that we lost so many people too.
Yeah,
Oh well.
I
it
mean
does
Gav is
suck.
very unlikable.
As you know, as the saying goes, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait, Mr. Guide Person, lead the way.
Say the name. Say the name.
To
Yes,
say
I
a
have a name.
He's one of
Ka-
I
you. You
don't
have to
want to
say it.
say the pun.
You,
Nyantaro.
I don't want to say the
he's
pun.
one of you. You're obliged to
alright,
do so.
Biantar, show us what you got. We're on your
Or
tail.
like Gunther.
I
Right,
and
right.
Stack up
Taro,
your
please lead
heels
the
and lead
way.
us.
Right, so well, I got my winter stuff, so we're ready to go, and I point
Really, what?
to yeah, I got some winter clothing because we're gonna need it.
Aren't you like cat and shit? Don't you like kind of just?
Well, it helps
Aren't
to
you
be
like just
prepared.
warm in general?
I mean,
Like, correct me if
I
I'm wrong,
am,
but
I am, but if if it's getting extremely cold, even I benefit from a coat.
really, huh?
Yes.
He has his
Man, people here
limitations.
really are weak, huh? Holy shit.
Anyway, so as these mountains are pretty dangerous, if you don't know where you're going, just follow me in this direction. I point to a ledge where we're going up to.
We're right on your tail.
Boo.
But you're gonna have to help me here because
Okay. So, you guys, um,
I'm sorry, I'm to interrupt, but maybe we should end the session.
Yeah, we should
yeah,
start wrapping it
I
up.
was going to. I was just gonna say, she will basically just kind of cast like a simple cantrip just to break the visibility, and will be like, all right. So, and she kind of dig through her bag and pull out some charts, like maps and stuff. So, this is the location I was hoping to head to and search out. And she kind of points to like right here in the mountains. So, Mr. Navigator, whatever's the best path that could get us there, lead the way.
All right, all right. Well, yeah.
Okay. And with that helping you, Niantaro, uh, you do, since you've trekked through the mountains quite a few times, taking usually often taking the more safer paths, but having a few times taking more perilous ones. You do know of a way that could get to, well, a place that's so deep into the mountains, and
Guidance.
you won't have to. I won't make you guys roll any checks until next session, but so yeah, you guys head out. Yosuke sees you all off and wishes you all a safe journey. He says that he will basically kind of like park your wagon nearby, and will leave one of his men stationed behind to kind of tend to the horses, and then basically they'll just be kind of camouflaging your wagon for you, so it's hidden.
Well, how very nice of them.
Don't
Oh,
lose
as
heart,
we're
Yasuke.
walking
Keep up the good work.
past Yosuke, I want to give him like a look that says like, "What the fuck have we gotten me into?"
he just he just smiles and waves to you, and you've been with him long enough to know that smile he's giving you is like, good luck, sucker.
The shit-eating grin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, what were we saying, Tara?
Don't lose hope. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. You too. He's the same shitty grin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
totally. You're so fun.
All right, and with that, we'll end this chaotic improv session here.
Improv.
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
have to
all it
find a.
was.
I'm gonna have to find a cliff and throw Chip away from that.
A what?
A cliff to throw her off of.
Yep,
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
you're the
Not
one
on my
chasing
watch.
her.
I'm not fucking chasing her. I'm training her. There's a
Hey,
difference.
cars. Hey, cars. Hey,
Yes,
cars.
yes, yes, Kala.
Guess who has enough points for the song?
Not you.
No, don't you dare. Not now.
Wait,
No. Say that for another time.
do it when he's streaming Genshin.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Gosh, dang it. No,
Or at the start
please.
of the campaign, so the whole campaign is just singing.
Yeah. Anyway,
We're sorry.
give me a sec to mute you guys, and I'll just go and say my goodbyes for everyone.
Ooh.
So, oop, who just who wooed me? Tara.
Who wouldn't know you?
Oh, I got wooed.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. I'll mute you guys here. So, okay. So, everyone, thank you guys so much for coming, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. It was a bit of a sporadic kind of session as we weren't sure who all was gonna make it, and I'm hoping it was okay for everyone. I want to thank again for people that followed. Pheromos, thank you so much for the follow. Um, greatly appreciate it. Also, oh my gosh, Pheromos, you redeemed it. I just saw that just now. Wow. Okay, redeeming that as a wrapping up here. Okay. Okay. So, Pheromos, how do you want this aura? Do you want it lighthearted and friendly, or more lust demony? Hmm? It's up to you. So if you if you don't type in what how you want it, I'll just say all right. Ala ala. There you go. Anyway, thank you again. Also, huge shout out and thank you to K Q. They are a very friendly and very kind, wonderful streamer, and I hope you guys all check them out. Oh shoot! Oh, an ad is in progress. um, Hey, sorry, I just realized there was an ad going on when I did Pheromos' Redeem. Pheromos, if you are still here, how would you like your Aura Aura? Would you want it to be lighthearted and kind, or more uh, lust realm demony sounding? It's up to you. If you don't say, I'll just go with the default friendly, lighthearted one. I'll wait a bit as there is a delay. So, and while I'm waiting, I'll also say huge shout out and thank you to K Q for the raid today. They are a wonderful streamer, very kind, very fun. So be sure to check them out if you haven't already. And thank you all for who joined today. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for the sound alerts and redeems you guys did. I'm sorry I couldn't really react to them too much as I was trying to focus on the game. For my players, things were kind of chaotic. So, but yeah. So for the redeem for Pheromos, hope you enjoy. Ala ala. Have a good day. And yeah. So before we head out, let me find someone to raid, and yeah, we will wrap the stream up there. Let me go ahead and swap to the stream ending screen here. And yeah, let's find someone to raid. Who is live? Who on my list I follow of followers is live with the smallest amount of views? So who would uh this the most? Oh, Ember Vampire is playing Tower of Fantasy. So you can raid them. Yeah. I always try to raid the lowest view count. Oh, Walt! Hey, how's it going? Oh, dude! Oh, thank you for the 69 bits. Wait. Nice! How's it going, Walt? Yeah, I was just getting ready to wrap up. I am so sorry. I'm trying to find someone to raid right now. I'm trying to find who's got the lowest amount of views on my list and who hasn't been streaming for a long time and it's like near the end of their stream. Okay, yeah, it looks like Ember's just been streaming for about 40 minutes. So, yeah, we will raid them. Ember is a interesting cat vampire person. So, I hope you all enjoy them. They are very fun, very kind. Uh, I usually only follow the best people. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Sorry, Walt, you missed the chaos that was this D&D session today. It was madness. It was just pure chaos and just yeah, it was crazy. I hope you will be able to maybe check me out next week. I usually stream every Wednesday unless something comes up. Uh, and guys, until next time, this is Karst, your friendly neighborhood demon signing out, wishing you all a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are. And I hope you guys will take care of yourselves, stay safe, be well. Until next time, peace out.